On day one, I spawned in as a billionaire. Whoa, look at that. I was in my mansion filled with diamonds and gold. I already had full enchanted netherite armor because I was just so rich. My butler, Alfred, then walked in.
Would you like me to count your money again, sir?
Just then, a giant explosion shook my mansion and a huge piggy bank was there. Hey, what are you doing in my house?
You are the richest man in Minecraft? Huh, this will all be mine.
I charged at him with my netherite sword, but before I can get to him, he began to make a strange sound. What? He pulled my netherite armor right off of me. Hey, give that back. It's mine.
Everything valuable in this world will be mine.
The piggy bank began to absorb up all of my riches from my base. Hey, stop that. It doesn't belong to you. He laughed at me and started to run out of my mansion. I quickly chased after him. Stop. Give me back my money, you filthy thief. He was so fast. I wasn't able to keep up with him, and I started to get tired. I stopped in a village that was near my mansion. Hey, I never came here before, and all these villagers look so poor. I began shouting for someone to help me get my money back, but no one would even bother looking at me. Seriously? Nobody? I ran up to a villager and demanded that he would help me get my money back. The villager looked at me and dropped me some sticks and wood. He said this is all he had. Well, this doesn't really help at all. Thanks for nothing. I then ran up to another villager. He began laughing.
Looks like you're just like us now, buddy.
I'm not like you. I'm the richest person in Minecraft.
Not anymore. How about if you help me, I'll help you.
I was out of options, so I agreed to help the villager in return for whatever he promised me. The villager led me to his house in a forest biome. He directed me to a tree, and I saw a cat was stuck in it.
Please save my dear Roger. He won't get down from that tree.
Sure, no problem. I built my way up to Roger using some dirt, but when I reached the top, he just knocked me off. Hey, I'm trying to help you out here. I tried building my way up to Roger again, when suddenly I heard a loud scream. The villager's house was being attacked by a mob of pillagers.
Forget the cat. Please save me.
I crafted a wooden sword and battled the pillager mob. I took down a few of them, but the rest escaped. The villager thanked me for saving him and gave me a reward. Really? $4 for saving your life?
I'll give you the rest once you save my dear Roger.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I started to leave and told the villager that I'd save Roger once I come up with a better solution. As I left the forest, I saw a path of fire that was leading out of the forest. Huh, I wonder where this came from. On day 3, I passed by a miner trying to sell cobblestone. Wait, is cobblestone the only thing you're selling, mister?
Yeah, cobblestone is all I have, and no one wants to buy it. What can I do, huh? Everything else is gone.
Wait, what do you mean everything else is gone?
I used to go to a cave that was filled with diamonds, iron, and gold. It was my moneymaker. But one day when I came back, the only thing left in the cave was stone.
This must have been the piggy bank's doing. I guess that means I can't get any upgrades through mining. Listen, I'll take some of that cobblestone off your hands because I need some anyway.
Really? Oh, thank you. You're too kind.
I gave the miner $2 and used some of the cobblestone to craft some stone tools. I made my way back toward the village and found a nice spot close by. I began to construct a home using the miner's cobblestone. It really wasn't much, but I knew eventually I would upgrade it to suit my life. I used my leftover cobblestone to make some furnaces and crafted a few chests with my spare wood. It was getting late though, so I decided to go to sleep for the night. On day 4, I had a crazy dream. I was in some kind of barren wasteland, but on a giant pile of gold and diamonds was the piggy bank who robbed me. Hey, where is all my money?
You're standing on it, along with all the other valuables in Minecraft.
Well, I'm gonna stop you. You won't get away with this.
You didn't try to stop me before. You only care now because it's your money. You don't care about the villagers at all.
The piggy bank laughed and then started to charge at me. I woke up in a panic. I needed to find a way to stop that piggy bank. I made my way back towards the village when suddenly I heard some meowing. Oh, yeah, that's right. I still need to figure out a way to bring Roger back to that villager. I'm working on it. First, let's see if I can find some info on piggy bank. When I arrived at the village, I saw that most of the buildings were destroyed. Hey, what happened here? The villager told me that the piggy bank came and robbed the entire place. They also told me that they noticed he was bigger once he collected all their money. That's the piggy bank, all right. Let me help you build your homes back. I used my stone tools and collected some wood nearby. With the wood and cobblestone, I rebuilt the villagers' houses for them. They were grateful and gave me $20 for helping them. Sweet, more money. The village head then approached me.
Why are you helping us?
What are you talking about?
Where were you when we got attacked and robbed by those pig monsters? While you were busy hoarding your money, we could have used your help.
Well, I'm here now. Just tell me where the pig went, and I'm gonna try to bring back all of our money. The village head reluctantly agreed agreed with me and pointed me toward the direction the piggy bank went. Before I set off, I decided I would begin building myself something I should have built a long time ago. I plan to get all my billions back, and I'm gonna need a safer place to keep them. I built what would eventually turn into a massive bank to hold all my money. This would be a lot more safe from the piggy bank's reach. Once I'd completed all I was able to build for my statue, I went back to the village and bought some food from a villager. I was ready to head off and find that piggy bank. I began traveling in the direction the villager had told me. I hadn't traveled far when I noticed a group of pig robbers. They had to be from the piggy bank and were probably scouting out other villages and people for him to steal their money. I was getting prepared to fight them, but then I realized they were traveling in the same direction the villager had told me the piggy bank had headed off in. I bet if I followed them, they would lead me right to him. On day 7, I followed the pig robbers into a cave nearby a lake. As I went inside, I heard some screaming. Wait, it's my butler, Alfred. He's okay. I rushed at the pig robbers and started to fight them using my stone sword. I took down one of them, and to my surprise, he dropped money. 20 bucks. Nice. The rest of the pigs noticed I defeated one of their allies and started to fight back. Luckily, they didn't deal a ton of damage, and I was able to take the rest of them down. After taking them all out, I realized that I had 100 bucks. Suddenly, I transformed. I was 100 again. I finally reached Alfred, and he was trapped in a cage. Don't worry, old friend. I'll get you out of here.
You can't, Sir Fozo. It's locked.
I tried to use my sword and pickaxe to break the lock, but it was no use. It looks like I'm gonna need another way. Stay cozy, Alfred. I'll get you out as soon as I can.
Please, do hurry.
I left the cave and headed back to my base. Hopefully with the money I collected, I would be able to buy something to free Alfred. I was traveling back toward the village to see if anyone knew a way I can get Alfred out of the cage. Suddenly, I came across an outpost that was totally on fire. I rushed in to see what was going on, but everyone was running around in panic. Hey, what happened here? Why is everything destroyed? No one even listened to me. They were panicked to get out of the village. I finally was able to talk to a villager and asked him if the piggy bank was responsible for this. The villager explained to me that this guy was different. He was some kind of beast who came in and targeted their money, totally destroying it. Oh no, that's terrible. Why would someone want to destroy other people's money? It definitely could not have been the piggy bank. He would never do that. I helped the villagers put out the fire that was on their houses. I knew they didn't have money to pay me back, but I felt horrible for what had happened to them. My dream of the piggy bank, along with this, had really started to change my perspective on the world. I knew I had to make things right, so I'm gonna do just that. On day 9, I arrived back at my base and started to come up with a plan to free Alfred. I was going to need a key to be made, but I wasn't sure who would be able to do it. I went down to the village and asked the villagers if they knew anyone who would be able to make this sort of thing. I was told there was a locksmith in the village, and he would be my best bet. I traveled to the locksmith's home and explained my situation to him, so that's why I need the key.
Well, that sounds pretty specific, and I'm not sure I can trust you with such power.
I swear, I only need it so I can free my butler.
Well, okay. In return, I want you to do something for me, though. I need you to defeat the monster that's been terrorizing the village.
Oh, the piggy bank? That's the one I've been trying to find.
No, not him.
He explained to me that it wasn't the piggy bank, but a crazy toad.
I hate toads.
I told him that I would be back and show him proof of the monster's defeat. Before I left, I used some of the money I'd acquired to buy more food, as well as a set of iron tools. I didn't know how strong this monster was, but I needed to be prepared. On day 10, I made it to the area where the monster was located. It looks like a massive farm. I ran toward the field, and suddenly, I heard a loud screech behind me. I turned around, and a giant toad was towering over me.
Yeah, I am the cashed head.
So you must be the monster that's also attacking villages and taking their valuables, just like the piggy bank.
Cha did. Piggy bank took all my gold. So if you can't beat him, join him.
Yup, you're going down now. The cash toad charged and rammed me, taking out a few of my hearts. He leapt in the air, and when he landed, I was knocked back. Oh, this guy's tough. I dodged around his attacks and hit him with my sword, but it seemed like he had a ton of health. I tried to run, but when I did, he grabbed me with his tongue and pulled me back over. I had no choice but to fight back. Eventually, I had him low on health, and he stopped attacking. The toad was defeated, and he dropped the toad eye. Perfect. Now I have the proof I need for the locksmith. I started to make my way toward the village to give the eye to the locksmith. I returned to the village and went directly to the locksmith to show him proof that I had slain the monster. I handed him the toad's eye. The locksmith was so happy with what I had done. He quickly crafted me the key for Alfred.
You didn't get this from me, and I'm not responsible for your actions when you use it.
Once again, I just want to free my friend. I thanked him and set off toward the cave to free Alfred. Once I arrived, I quickly made my way inside. I saw the robber pigs were on high alert this time. They must be expecting a second attempt to free him. I wanted to fight them off, but there were more than when I originally came. I didn't know if I would be able to take them all out. Luckily, I heard the piggy bank calling to them.
Man, go and find me another village to steal from.
I hid and made sure not to be spotted as the robber pigs left the cave. Once they were all gone, I made my way to Alfred.
Oh, Sir Fozo, I knew you would return.
Shh, Alfred, we need to get out of here fast. I unlocked the cage and we hightailed it out of there. On days 13 to 14, Alfred and I were traveling back out to our base when we heard a massive explosion nearby. We had to go and investigate what was going on. We saw a city being attacked by some kind of fire beast. This must be the monster that villager was referring to. We watched as the monster destroyed all of the villagers' gold. This guy wasn't kidding. He just wants to destroy everyone else's money. There's no way Alfred and I were going to be able to take this guy on. He looked way more powerful than us. We felt bad, but we had to continue home. We got back to base, and Alfred was so thankful that I saved him.
Thank you so much, Fozo. I can't believe you were willing to rescue me.
Of course, Alfred. You've always been a dear friend to me, despite the way I treated you when I was a billionaire. Now we're equals, and I'll always make sure it stays that way. I got to work making Alfred a place to sleep right next to my base. It wasn't much, but it was better than sleeping outside.
Fozo, you are so kind.
No problem, Alfred. After that, I got to upgrading my house. If I wanted to be a billionaire again, I couldn't just live in a shed. It was a long day, so we went to sleep for the night. The next day, I went over to Alfred's house to talk to him about the piggy bank. That stupid pig is taking everyone's money and hogging it for himself.
I'm sorry to say this, sir, but I don't really see a difference between you and him.
Excuse me?
When the poor villagers needed money to keep their place from falling apart, you simply brushed them off, not even willing to share a little of your vast amount of gold.
Well, that's about to change. I never truly understood how much I let my greed get in the way of helping people. Until now, I continued working on my bank. As I was building it, I wanted to make sure it was big enough to hold all the villagers' money as well. They deserved a place to put their money where it would be safe. I finished my upgrades and told the villagers that they can put their money here, but they just laughed and ignored me. Come on, guys. If you put your money here, you won't have to worry about Piggy Bank taking it anymore. The villagers walked away from me. I guess Alfred's right. They think I'm just as bad as that monster himself. I'm gonna have to prove to them that I've changed. On days 17 to 18, I woke up, and when I stepped outside of my base, there was some kind of strange person standing there. Can I help you?
I heard you like making money.
Yeah, I love making money. I used to be very wealthy and...
If you want to start making some real money, you should follow this map. You can become unbelievably rich.
A mysterious person threw me a map.
If I were you, I would not tell anyone about it.
I picked up the map, and when I looked up, he was gone.
Sir, who are you talking to?
No one. I have to go. I rushed off to follow the map. I figured this was my best chance to get my money back. I was about halfway to the location when suddenly the piggy bank jumped out to surprise me.
I thought I took all your money. What is this I hear about you having some more now?
I told you, I'm gonna get my money back and stop you.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
He began to attack me, and I tried to fight back, but then I realized every time he hit me, I was losing money. No, I can't let him get any more. I had to flee. I wasn't willing to risk him getting all my money again. I ran as fast as I could, and eventually, I lost him in the forest. I arrived at the location on the map, and it led me to what looked like a pirate ship docked at a beach. I made my way up to the ship and found there was gold and diamonds all over the place. Whoa, whoever owns this boat must be loaded.
Yar, you like what you see?
Yeah, I do. I was told to come here if I wanted to make some serious money.
Yar, you heard correctly. Captain Varkin's me name and gold's me game. I be the richest pirate in all of the 7 seas.
Captain Varkin told me that if I wanted to make some big money, to go find his buried treasure on Doubloon Island.
I can't remember where I buried it, but if you find me crew, you will find the loot. I sent him looking for it days ago. Here's a wee protection for your troubles.
He gave me a flintlock pistol, some ammo, and a map to Doubloon Island. Cool, a new weapon. I wonder how much this can go for.
Best of luck, matey.
I left Captain Varkin's ship and started my journey toward Doubloon Island. On days 21 to 23, I followed the map as far as I could before realizing I was gonna have to craft a boat to travel the rest of the way. I began to chop down a tree and use some of the wood to make a crafting table. I then crafted a boat and began following the map toward the island. And look at that, there it is, the island. I arrived just as the sun was starting to rise. It looked absolutely beautiful. Once on the island, the map ended and Captain Varkin told me he wasn't sure where his crew had buried it. I began to search, and right as I was giving up hope, I was attacked by pirates. I started to fight back against them using my iron sword. Some of them had crossbows, so I had to use my flintlock pistol to hit them at range. These guys weren't tough, but there were a lot of them. With a few more hits, I was able to take the last of them down. The treasure must be buried here somewhere, so I started to dig up the floor, and look at that. I found it, the chest, and inside was the treasure. But what's that? I collected it all and headed back to talk to Varkin. I returned to Varkin's ship and gave him his buried treasure.
Yar, you did it. How was me dearest crew?
They attacked me. I think they were gonna try to keep the treasure for themselves.
Arr, scoundrels. I knew I couldn't trust them. For you trouble, here's the piece of me loot I promised. What else be inside be more valuable to me.
Varkin threw me $300. Wow, that was a fast way to earn some money.
Come see me again if you want to earn some more doubloons.
I thanked Varkin and started to make my way back toward my base. I wonder what was in the chest that was more valuable than treasure itself. I returned to the village with my earnings from Captain Varkin. Since I had so much money now, I decided to go and give back to the villagers. I wanted to see what things I could buy for them so they would have some money after the piggy bank took theirs. I went to the armorer and gave him some money for an iron set of armor. He told me no one had ever bought him anything this expensive for him in a long time. I asked him if he would be able to spare some iron for a bucket for my next project. He gladly gave me some. I then went to the local farmer and bought as many seeds as I could from him. He was so appreciative of me. I returned to my base and started to create a farm. This base was really coming together. I will gladly share my crops with the villagers if they are ever in need. After I finished working on the farm, a villager ran into the base.
Help! The flame monster is attacking!
Him? Again? What's his deal? Do you know where I can find him? The villager told me they received news that the fire monster was attacking a town not too far from here. I grabbed some supplies and headed out to confront him. On days 27 to 29, I made it to the town where the flame monster was attacking. It looked like it was a nice city, but now it was totally covered in fire. I found the flame monster destroying a big building. He went inside and melted all the gold away. Hey, flame freak, why are you destroying everyone's home?
It's Blaze, human. And why not? You get to run around holding your precious money. Meanwhile, all I can do is burn it. So if I can't have money, no one can.
Not if I got anything to say about it. I shot Blaze with my flintlock pistol, but the bullets just melted when they reached him. He started to attack me. I didn't think it would do much damage now that I had a full set of iron armor, but to my surprise, it really hurt. I can't fight this thing if I can't hurt him, and I'm just gonna end up losing all my money. I ran away before Blaze could hit me again.
That's right, human. You better run. No one can put out the flames of Blaze.
I headed back toward my base, feeling defeated. I was traveling back to my base when I thought I saw a strange creature run by. I yelled out for it to stop running.
Oh, Fozo, me boy! I'm glad to see you!
Mr. Krabs? I haven't seen you since I was SpongeBob for 100 days. He told me that his pet goose had gone missing and wanted me to go and get him back. He said this goose was very special because it laid golden eggs.
You follow the eggs, you'll find me goose in no time. Now get a move on!
I left Mr. Krabs and searched for the golden eggs. Nice. I saw one of the eggs not far from where I left. It looks like he didn't go too far. I picked up the eggs and followed the trail. It eventually led me to a field. I picked up the last egg and saw the goose was being attacked by some kind of beast made out of money. I used my flintlock pistol and hit a few of the stacks of money. I didn't want them to get close in case they took my money too. I was able to take down the rest using my iron sword and got $500 from defeating it. Don't worry, Goose. I'm gonna take you back home. I went back to Mr. Krabs and returned the goose.
Ah, you got me goose back! Here's your reward!
He rewarded me $5,000. And he also said that I can keep the eggs as a bonus. Check it out. I'm a thousandaire now. Awesome. Mr. Krabs told me each egg was worth around $1,000. I really didn't think I was going to get paid all of this. I returned to base and decided instead of selling the golden eggs, I would give them to the villagers. I went over to the kingdom and I went to the head villager and handed him the golden eggs.
Why are you doing this?
I appreciate you all for letting me live around here, and it's the least I can do after how I've treated you guys in the past. Some of the villagers took the eggs and walked away.
I'm going to be rich!
But a few stayed and thanked me. It looked like I was making some progress with them. I used some of my money to buy a diamond sword from the blacksmith, and I even went back to the miner to get more cobblestone.
Bozo, this is too much for cobblestone.
It's okay. You need this more than me. I went back to base and gave it some more upgrades using the cobblestone. I expanded my home to be larger and have more room for chests. I even gave Alfred a bigger house too. I then decided to expand my farm so I would hopefully be able to feed future villages if needed. It's also probably a good idea to have a farmhouse, right? I'm gonna be rich anyways. Next, I worked on my bank. It was really starting to come together and looked much more secure than last time. As I was finishing, a villager arrived at my base and decided to trust in my bank. They gave me their money. Nice. I'm slowly but surely starting to win them over.
Now go out into the world and infect the other pigs to do my bidding.
On days 36 to 38, I woke up and the miner was at my base. But hey, look at that. He's decked out in riches. Hey, what's going on?
I was in a cave, and then I saw the piggy bank enter it.
He told me that he found a cave that still had some resources left inside, but the piggy bank must be going to steal all of it away. I thanked him for letting me know and prepared to fight him there. I need to put a stop to this nonsense once and for all. I left my base and headed toward the cave. I went inside and started to search for the piggy bank. I ran further into the cave when I saw the piggy bank fighting the giant fire monster.
Stay out of my way, Blaze.
He began to charge at him and hit him a few times.
No, if I can't have money, that means you can't either, piggy bank.
He shot the piggy bank with a fire blast. This is great. With my diamond sword, I can get 2 birds with 1 stone. I charged in to attack, but they saw me before I could do anything. They both attacked me at the same time, almost taking all of my hearts away.
Get lost, Bozo. You're not even worth our time.
The two continue to fight each other. Dang it. I'm still not strong enough to take either of them on. I need to go see Captain Varkin to make more money and upgrade my gear. I left the cave and headed toward Captain Varkin's ship. While I was traveling, I spotted a group of golden pigs. There's only one thing that they could be working for. I watched as the golden pigs ran up to a group of regular pigs and attacked them. When they attacked, the pigs also turned golden. It must be some sort of infection. The pigs noticed me and they began to charge me. Get away! I used my diamond swords and took down some of the golden pigs. They hit me a few times, but luckily they weren't much stronger than the robber pigs. I was able to take them down and collected $2,000 from them. Wow, I really gotta find more of these golden pigs. There are a few pigs that had been unaffected by them. I gave them the coordinates to my base and told them that they would be safer there. The pigs thanked me. I continued toward Captain Varkin's ship, and when I arrived, he was rummaging through a treasure chest.
Oh, me boy, I didn't see you there. Don't mind me.
Captain Varkin, the other day you said there was something more valuable in the treasure. What are you hiding from me? The captain looked embarrassed, and he finally decided to tell me what was actually inside the chest. I followed him in another room, and that is where he explained everything.
There be a legend, matey. The legend of the ancient money tree.
Money tree?
Arg, for eons, this be spreaded as a myth, but I never believed it. I knew this tree existed. Whoever possesses such sapling will have infinite money.
Infinite money? Captain, that is insane. What can I do to help get this?
Help, boyo. This be my quest. Enough of that. Let's get back on topic.
I decided to listen to Captain Varkin, so I told him about the piggy bank and the fire monster. They were more of a now problem either way.
Pig? Never heard of him. Well, your next quest is to defeat the flame monster. His name be Blaze. He keeps getting in me way, burning the gold I find. You need to keep him away if you want to keep getting quests.
Defeat him? But how am I going to be able to do that? Captain Varkin gave me a map that led to an ice temple. He said inside the temple is said to be an ancient ice bow that might be able to penetrate his flames. Varkin also gave me the location of Blaze's base and told me that the bow would definitely halt Blaze's movement. Awesome. I really could use some more money. I thanked Varkin and set off. On days 42 to 44, I returned to base and told Alfred about Captain Varkin and the quest he had given me to defeat Blaze. When I arrived, to my surprise, Alfred looked totally different.
Yes, sir, the drip is real. I decided to start spending some of the money. We're all looking lit now.
I looked around and noticed everyone was really starting to spoil themselves. I started to tell him about my quest to kill Blaze from Varkin.
Are you sure you can trust this Varkin, sir? He is a pirate, and pirates are notoriously known for betrayal.
I have to, Alfred. Most of the money we've made is thanks to him, and he's given us a ton.
I'm still not sure about this, Bozo. You should be careful around him.
What do you know, Alfred? You haven't even met the guy.
Nor would I really like to, but do as you wish, sir.
Alfred went back into his base. Varkin seemed like a great guy, and he was definitely the fastest way I could make money. I had no reason not to trust him, right? I left the base and headed down to the village. I wanted to gear up before traveling to the temple. I went to the armor and used some of my money to buy diamond pants and diamond boots. It was all I could afford right now, but I knew I would have to make more money soon to complete my set. Before I left, I expanded my farm to include a pen for the pigs. Hopefully this way they'll be safe from the golden pig infection. I said goodbye to Alfred and set off following the map that Varkin had given me. I went into the ice biome where Captain Varkin said the ice bow was and began looking for the temple. I ventured further and came across a massive structure. This must be the ancient temple. I went inside and saw statues holding different objects. Finally, I found a statue holding a bow. This must be it. Suddenly, ice monsters came from behind the statue. I pulled out my diamond sword and attacked the ice monster. One of the ice monsters rushed at me and exploded. Luckily, it didn't hurt me that bad with my armor upgrades. I used my flintlock pistol and was able to take down the rest of them. I approached the statue and noticed that the bow was frozen. I can't destroy the statue statue, I might destroy the bow. Instead, I pulled out my crafting table and made some flint and steel. This should melt the ice bow right off. I freed the ice bow from the statue and left for Captain Varkin's ship. I arrived back at the ship and showed him the ice bow. He was very excited and told me the coordinates to Blaze's base.
If ye can slow down or defeat that blasted Blaze, I'll give ye a huge reward.
I left Varkin's ship and began to travel to Blaze's base to try and take him down for the reward. On days 47 to 50, I made it to the coordinates that Varkin had given me. To my surprise, Blaze's base was inside of a volcano. This thing was massive. No wonder this guy's made of fire. I looked around the base to try and find Blaze, but he was nowhere to be seen. He must be out. Dang, I really wanted to put an end to him once and for all. Time to put this ice bow to use. I shot around the base since it was covered in fire. The ice arrows instantly turned the ground to ice. Wow, this ice bow is incredibly effective. I wish I had this on my first run with him. Suddenly, a group of fire monsters started to crawl around out of the volcano. They must be minions of him. They began to attack. They spat fire on me. I started to fight back using the ice bow, which was super effective against them. They didn't stand a chance. I think you guys need to, chill out. No? Okay. I took down the last of them. Wow. Blaze is gonna be upset when he finds out all of his minions are down. Now that they're out of the way, I continued turning the base into ice and completely froze it over. Mission accomplished. I think this counts as slowing Blaze down. Varkin is gonna be very happy with me. I traveled back to my base, and when I returned to my surprise, Captain Varkin was already there waiting for me, and he looked injured. Captain Varkin, what happened? Did Blaze do this to you?
Sadly, Fosho, he hurt me real bad after finding out about he base. However, ye did good, and a deal's a deal.
Captain Varkin gave me $500,000.
I can't go find the money tree as I am now. Ye will have to find it now, Fozo. I'm much too weak to make ye journey.
He dropped me a map and told me this would lead me to where I need to go. But he warned me, the place was guarded by a protector of the money tree. Don't worry, Captain Varkin. I'll find that money tree no matter what. He bid me farewell and headed back to his ship. I then traveled to the village and used the money to buy a diamond helmet and diamond chestplate. The villagers were extremely grateful for me spending my money at their village. I then began to work on my bank. Now that I've got more money, I need to make sure the piggy bank can't take it. I really wanted the villagers to trust me so they can store more of their money in here. As I finished upgrading, more villagers arrived at the bank and put their money in it. I knew they would come around eventually. It just took time for them to. It was getting late and I was getting tired after my journey, so I decided to go to bed. On days 54 to 56, I went to Alfred and talked to him about Captain Varkin.
Sir Fozo, I still don't trust this Captain Varkin. What if this money tree isn't even real?
Come on, Alfred. Varkin has done good by us. We're rich now.
There are better ways of making money than from pirates.
After all he's done for us, you still don't trust him? Look at how you're dressed. This is because of him. I stormed out of the base and began my journey toward the money tree. I wanted to get there as soon as I could so I can finally be a billionaire again. I wasn't far from the base when the piggy bank jumped out at me.
There you are, Fozo. They figured I'd find you here.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy on a quest?
Quests? Are you looking for the money tree?
How did you know about the money tree? He began to attack. I charged back at him and struck him with my diamond sword. I was able to deal some damage to him and even drop some money. It was clear I was starting to get to him.
Wouldn't you like to know? You're still too weak and too broke to make me squeal.
Piggy bank charged at me and launched me straight into the air.
I've got plans for you, Fozo. Yay, plans.
I crash landed inside a coliseum and I managed to find myself in the middle of a gladiator battle. A gladiator knight approached me and told me that whoever won this battle would win a reward and be the king's new champion. Reward? I'm in. I used my ice bow and started to take out the gladiators who tried to attack me. It was clear I was much more powerful than they were. Their attacks barely even hurt. More gladiators showed up and I took them down. This is so easy. Who's next? Suddenly, a giant skeleton gladiator entered the Colosseum. Oh, that is not gonna be easy. The giant gladiator hit me and took a few of my hearts away. Wow, this guy hits hard. I gotta stay away from his swords. I dodged the gladiator's sword swings and shot him with my ice bow. I then hit him with my flintlock pistol and finally was able to take him out. The crowd cheered for me for winning the battle. I couldn't wait for my reward. Suddenly, some knights showed up.
Seize him!
The knights rushed at me. I decided it was best to surrender instead of fighting back. On days 60 to 62, I was taken from the arena and brought to the king's throne room. I thought I was fighting to be his champion. Why is he arresting me like this?
Champion, please rise.
Oh, I guess I am the champion.
You have defeated all the greatest warriors in the land. We need you to protect us from Blaze the Destroyer. He is constantly attacking us and burning our riches.
Well, sir, you found the right guy. I'm after him as well, actually. Where do you think we can find him?
I am back to destroy all the king's gold.
Well, I think that answered your question.
Blaze was attacking the city. Now is my chance to get him. I rushed down to the courtyard. Hey, stop right there.
You again? I thought I told you to stay out of my way.
He rushed at me and attacked, but it did way less damage thanks to my diamond armor. I fought back using my sword. You can tell I was really starting to weaken him, and I pulled out my ice bow to finish him. I stopped for a second and realized there was a way I can help him. I shot my ice bow at his skin and turned it into ice.
What have you done?
I turned your body icy cold. Now you'll be able to touch things without burning it. Blaze ran toward a house, and it didn't light on fire.
Boza, thank you so much. You have saved me.
He ran off, cheering. I returned to the king, and he gave me $100 million. He thanked me for saving his kingdom. Look at that. I'm a millionaire again. The money tree could wait. I had to head home to share this with Alfred and the villagers. On days 63 to 65, I arrived back at my base and noticed Alfred was even more decked out. He turned his entire house into gold blocks. Alfred, what the heck? I thought the point was to share the wealth.
Well, of course it is, sir. Check out the village.
I went over, and all of the villagers' houses were also made out of gold blocks. Alfred was sure spreading around all my wealth. Alfred, that's amazing. I traveled down to the villagers, and all of them were excited to see me. I started to distribute some of the king's money, and everyone was so thankful. Don't sweat it. I returned to Alfred and told him how I got rid of Blaze.
Wonderful news. Glad it all worked out.
Now I need to find that money tree before the piggy bank does, or else he'll be unstoppable.
Sounds serious. I think you should go after it.
I thanked Alfred for changing his mind and headed off to follow the map that Varkin had given me. On the map, there are specific instructions regarding a large area of water that needed to be traveled. I didn't think my rowboat would be fast enough or be able to withstand the strong tides. I made my way to a large fishing village and asked around if anyone had a boat. When the fisherman asked what I needed it for, he laughed in my face.
Idiot.
No one believed in the money tree, and they told me it was just a legend. Many had died trying to find it, but I knew Captain Varkin wasn't crazy. It had to be real. Finally, I found a man willing to charter for me.
You're crazy, but I'll do it for a large amount of money.
I told the fisherman we had a deal, and we set sail, following the map to the legendary island. The map seemed to have us going in circles, but eventually we came across a massive island. That had to be the place.
Well, many have made it this far. Let's see if you'll make it back.
I was worried. Varkin had told me about a legendary beast that guarded the money tree. I made my way up to the top of the stairs.
Sup, dude? I'm the cash cow.
Ah! There was a cow at the top of the stairs. He wasn't any ordinary cow, though. He was standing on two legs and speaking to me.
You here for a money tree? What's like your deal, man?
Yeah, I'm here for the tree. Are you the beast that guards this place?
Ha, haven't been swole like that in a while. Come with me, bro. The trials begin now.
We traveled inside the structure together. I followed the cash cow inside, and when I started to look around, I noticed that it was filled with rich-looking trees. This guy must be loaded. How were you able to gather all of these?
Like, dude, I just take care of people, bro.
I wasn't sure what that meant, but we continued further into the structure, and there it was, the money tree. I wasn't really sure what the trials would be, but I was prepared for whatever I needed to do.
So, you like ready to start?
Yeah, let's get started. What do I need to do? Slay a monster? Or maybe some kind of mental challenge? I'm ready.
What, dude? Who told you that? You just gotta answer a question for me, man.
Oh, all right. Let's get started then.
Why do you, like, want a money tree, dude?
I used to be really rich and selfish, but I realized that it's not the way to act. I want the money tree so that I can continue to help people and give them all the money they need and make sure that it's in the right hands.
Word up, dude. That's the right answer. Only those who are, like, willing to share the wealth of the money tree can have one. Most people who come in here are, like, trying to get one for their own greed. When I get that answer, man, it just makes me so mad.
Cash cow started to grow slightly. This guy must have a pretty big temper. I see why they call him a beast. The cash cow calmed down and returned back to his normal size.
Whoa, totally just almost freaked, man. Anyway, you're a good dude. Here's the money tree sapling.
The cash cow threw me a money tree sapling. I thanked him and quickly left before he can change his mind. I made my way back to the ship and we set sail back toward our home. On days 72 to 74, I arrived at Varkin's ship, but to my surprise, he wasn't waiting for me. This was the first time I had arrived and he wasn't here. It felt kind of strange. I searched the ship and wasn't able to find him anywhere. Suddenly, I started to hear strange mechanical noises. I tried to find the source of the noise, but I wasn't able to. I decided it was best to head home and not risk the piggy bank acquiring the money tree. I returned to my base and showed Alfred the money tree I had acquired. He was so excited we would no longer have to worry about money again. Before we can celebrate, the piggy bank showed up.
Give me the tree, Bozo.
He started to attack us. Alfred and I did our best to keep the tree away from him, but he continued to rush us. He then started to absorb, and he pulled Alfred and I inside of him. What? We were inside the piggy bank, and there was gold everywhere. What is going on? I began to look around, and I saw Captain Varkin was also here. Varkin! Oh, you must have gotten pulled inside the piggy bank as well.
Give me the tree, Fozo.
In time. We need to find a way out of here first. Don't you realize we're inside the piggy bank?
I know where we be. Now give me the money tree.
What has gotten into you, Captain? He started to attack Alfred and I. Stop, Captain! What are you doing?
Are ye proud of my greatest trick yet, this vessel?
Wait, no, it can't be. It was you? The entire time?
Throughout all me life, I have always been seen as a ghastly pirate. No one ever viewed me as a great one. As I looked around at all the billionaires and all me failures, it finally led me to madness. Till I stumbled across the spooky cavern and found this maroon creation. But I knew 'twould lead me to become the richest person in the world. I knew the money tree existed. However, I needed someone to go and get it for me. Who do you think the hooded man was who told you to come after me? Do you really think I got injured by Blaze? Everything was set up from the beginning, Fozo. And here we be. The only thing in me way now, be ye.
Varkin continued to attack us, and he was extremely strong. I was starting to lose my heart. I tried to fight back as best as I could.
You need to get out of here, Fozo. I will hold him off.
Alfred started to fight back against Varkin, but I couldn't leave him here alone. I tried my best, but he struck Alfred, and he fell to the ground.
You have always been great, sir.
Alfred died, and while I was talking to him, Varkin was able to steal the sapling from me.
Now, I have everything I need to collect all the riches in the world.
He ran off, and I felt something pushing me. On days 75 to 77, I was sucked out of the piggy bank. I could only watch as Varkin left my base. I had failed everyone, including myself. I should have listened to Alfred, but I was so blind with the money that Varkin was providing. I couldn't see that he was manipulating me. The villagers showed up at my base and told me that not all was lost. They encouraged me to keep going.
You have brought us so much. We are forever grateful to you. You cannot give up hope.
I looked around at the villagers and realized I'd brought them so much joy. I needed to make this right. I was then approached by another villager, and he asked if I remembered who he was. I wasn't sure who the villager was until he spoke.
Hey, my cat's still in the tree, you know.
Oh man, I totally forgot. I need to go and handle this to make this right at least. I followed the villager back towards his home. On the way to the villager's house, I stopped by the local fisherman on the lake and bought some fish for him. I had a much better plan to get the cat out of the tree this time. I gave the fisherman a bunch of money, and he told me it was too much for the fish, but I told him to keep it anyway. It was the least I can do. We arrived at the villager's house, and the cat still hadn't moved at all. He was stuck in the tree in the same position. This time, my plan was much different. I started to build the staircase up to the tree, and when I got close, the cat started to hiss at me. I took the fish I had and lured the cat down the tree. I walked over to the villager and tossed him the fish so that the cat would go toward him. The villager was so excited.
Okay, just as promised, here is your reward.
The villager tossed me $1 billion. What the heck? You only gave me like $4 on day 2.
Well, you didn't do the job I asked you to do.
He told me that while the piggy bank had always taken everyone's money from the village, he always had his money at his house. I decided not to question it. I was a billionaire again. Wow, to think that I could have became one on day 2. I started to make my way back toward my home. On days 81 to 85, I returned to my base as a new billionaire. I figured this was the perfect time to finish my bank. I put on the finishing touches on the bank and made sure it was secure. I noticed the piggy bank wasn't able to break into it when he stole the money tree. Perfect. A safe place for all of our money. As I finished the bank, the villagers showed up and all agreed that their money would be safer here than anywhere else. I'd finally won all of their trust over. I began distributing some of my money and apologized again for how I treated them when I was a billionaire. The villagers gladly accepted my apology and told me how much I'd changed in the days leading up to now. I promised that none of them would regret it. After I was done, the cash cow from the Money Tree Island arrived at my base.
Bro, that pirate, got the money tree from you.
I should never have trusted him. He ended up being the one I was trying to stop the entire time.
Seriously? I thought I, bank. Taught that dude a lesson when he came looking for the money tree that one time.
So you were the one who injured Varkin?
Yeah, guy got me like so heated. Luckily, I know where he's taking the money tree. Let's go get that thing back, dude.
I followed the cash cow out of the base, and we began our journey toward where Varkin had taken the tree. We arrived at the island Varkin had landed on and began looking for him.
We have to like hurry, bro. It's only a matter of time before he like has infinite money.
As we were searching the island, we were attacked by a group of golden pigs. They must be here to protect Varkin while he finds a place for his money tree. We started to fight back against them. Luckily, they weren't very tough, and the cash cow grew to his monstrous size and started to take out a ton. Wow, this guy seriously is the beast.
Greed just like gets me so mad, dude.
The cash cow spotted Varkin's ship and told me he had a plan to slow him down after we got his sapling back.
I brought a bunch of TNT, and that dude won't know what hit him.
We headed onto the ship and set up all the TNT the cash cow had brought. We made sure to place it all on the boat so that we could blow it up, and he would have to find another way back. Once all the TNT was set, we stepped back and lit it off. We watched as the ship exploded into a million pieces. He definitely heard that, but he won't know what it was. The cash cow told me to follow him because he could sense where the sapling was. Bad news though, we were going to have to face Varkin. On days 91 and 94, the cash cow led me deeper into the forest on the island and told me we were getting closer to the sapling. Eventually, we came across a clearing in the forest, and in the middle was the sapling. The cash cow told me to be careful and grab the tree while he kept watch. I ran up to the sapling and grabbed it. We had it back. It was now just time to escape. As we were getting ready to leave, Varkin showed up in his piggy bank.
Where do you reckon you're going with me doubloons tree?
Get out of here, bro. I will like totally hold him off.
The cash cow grew and began to fight with Varkin. The battle looked intense, and I wasn't sure if the cash cow could take him on alone, but I did as I was told. I ran out of the forest as fast as I could and got to the boat we arrived in. A few moments later, the cash cow came running out of the forest.
Let's go, dude. I slowed him down.
We set sail towards our base and looked back to see Varkin coming out of the forest. He stopped and noticed his ship was destroyed.
Ye will pay for this. I will get ye in the money tree.
On days 95 to 99, the cash cow and I arrived back at the base after we escaped Varkin. I created a nice area in the center of the village for the money tree to stay. This way, any villager would have access to it if they ever needed money. I placed a sapling right in the middle. Suddenly, the ground shook and the sapling started growing into the money tree. The villagers gathered around the tree and looked at it with awe and admiration. I had given them everything they needed, but Varkin needs to be dealt with for good. I started to rally the villagers and convince them that they needed to prepare for battle. The villagers were scared, but they knew they had to fight back against Varkin. I traveled to the king's castle and bought as much diamond armor and weapons as I could carry. I then returned home and began distributing the weapons and armor to the villagers. I turned around and saw Blaze was arriving at my base. Don't worry, everyone. He can't burn our money anymore. What are you doing here?
I came to fight alongside you. I owe you everything after you took away my curse. The piggy bank must be stopped.
I thanked Blaze for coming back to fight with us. I then realized it was getting late and went to sleep for the night. This was it. Day 100. Varkin and his army arrived at our base. His golden pig minions began to attack the villagers. I used my flintlock pistol as well as my diamond sword to take out as many of them as I could. The cash cow and Blaze made quick work of the golden pigs as well. Finally, I spotted him. Varkin. It's over, Captain. You can't win.
That's where you'd be wrong, matey. I will never be laid at.
He rushed at me using his piggy bank to attack me. It hit really hard, and I felt as though I was being overpowered. Oh no, I don't think I can do this alone.
While I'll have me vessel, ye stand no chance.
Hey, tough guy.
I turned and saw the cash cow. He charged directly at Varkin and launched Varkin directly out of it. And I told him that there was no way he could win now without his piggy bank.
That may be so, but I won't be going without a fight.
He charged me using a netherite cutlass. It dealt some serious damage, but I can tell my diamond sword was hitting him just as hard. We continued to fight, and eventually I can tell he was weak. I took out the flintlock pistol he had given me and used it on him. Down he went.
No!
The world was saved from one man's greed and helped open the eyes of another. On day 1, I spawned in as Mr. Beast. Awesome, dude. I bet I could do all kinds of crazy stuff. That's when I noticed something was wrong. I only have 5 hearts and I'm so weak. My inventory was empty as well. Even worse. I checked on my subscribers and... Wait, what? Where did they all go? I hadn't gone far until I came across a town. It was on fire. Villagers were running everywhere, panicking. I ran into the village to see if I could help. I tried to calm people down, but they were too scared. When I got to the center of the town, I was shocked. It was a giant beast burger rampaging through the town. This is not what I made Beast Burger for? It's supposed to be nutritious.
Well, look who it is. It's Mr. Beast. Impressed at your creation?
I built Beast Burger to make people happy, dude, not destroy their lives.
I am no mere delicious sandwich. I am a god!
You're nothing special, man. You leave these villagers alone, or else you're gonna have to deal with me.
Look at you! No subs, no cash! You're washed up as my locally grown lettuce. Later, loser!
I tried to get the burger to face me, but he just blew me off. Wow, what a jerk. On day 2, I woke up and got straight to work, building wooden tools to help me get started. I just finished my shovel when I heard an explosion coming from the town. Can't this place catch a break? I ran over and saw the streets being overrun by creepers. Oh man, I had to defend the town, and this time I had a sword. I swung at the beasts. I swung at all of them, driving them out of the town. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here, dude. Just then, the villager elder came back to the town. He looked upset. Hey man, how's it going? My restaurant did this? No way. Don't worry, Elder. I'm Mr. Beast, and I'll fix this. And once I do, I'll stop this killer burger too. Well, I'm here to prove you otherwise. I'll fix your town, rebuild my brand, and get all my subscribers back. You'll see. I grabbed my tools and got to work. I started repairing the Beast Burger restaurant. It wasn't much, but it was a start to build up my huge factory again. This one's gonna be bigger and better than ever. With some of the repairs done, I turned my attention to the subscriber problem. Luckily, I'm Mr. Beast, and that means challenge time. I decided to start small and recreate a classic, Buried Alive. I dug a pit and put a small bunker at the bottom. I'll put someone in there, bury them, and for every 24 hours they spend down there, I'll give him $10,000. I wanted to start immediately, but it was getting late, so I expanded my sleeping quarters a bit to give myself some proper leg room. Once that was done, I settled in for the night. But on day 3, I had the strangest dream. I woke up and walked outside, and I was standing on the actual moon. I could see the stars, and oh my gosh, I could also see a huge crowd of little green moon men standing in front of me. They were standing behind what looked like a moon king.
We love you, Mr. Beast. Your content is amazing.
Hey man, the best fans deserve the best.
I grant you permission to build as many Beast Burgers as you wish on our humble planet.
Everyone cheered me, and it felt great. I had all my subscribers back, and I was able to make not just Earth, but the entire galaxy happy. I woke up, sad that it was just a dream. Then I remembered, dreams are nothing but ideas, and I'm gonna turn those ideas into reality every single day. I vow to make it to the moon and get all those little green moon men to subscribe. Day 4, I was digging some more ore when something crazy had happened. My pickaxe had leveled up. It was my magic pickaxe. Sweet. Everything I hit turns into a bunch of iron. It's not diamond, but it's a start. I used my pickaxe to create an infinite supply of iron. I took it and forged a bunch of iron and weapons and armor. I can give these to the villagers so they can defend ourselves in case the burger attacks again. Speaking of villagers, it was time to kick off the Buried Alive challenge. I spent the day talking to the villagers. Surprisingly, a bunch of them wanted to participate. Sorry guys, I can only pick one, but if you all subscribe to Mr. Beast, I'll definitely hit you up later for more challenges. Yeah man, more subs. That's what I like to hear. After an exhausting search, I picked up my contestant, Brad. Now Brad was a fisherman and all around a nice guy with a very handsome smile. I had him hop into the bunker I built, and then I got to work burying him. Wow, dude, that's a lot of dirt. Luckily, he has plenty of food down there, and I even installed a small pipe so I can talk to him. How are you doing down there, Brad? Awesome. Well, we'll get back to checking on you later. I spent the rest of the day thinking of new and exciting challenges. So much work, so little time. On day 5, I woke up to villagers knocking on my door for food. Even with some of my repairs, the Beast Burger restaurant was nowhere near open for business. No way could I let my villagers go without a juicy Beast Burger, though. I got my tools and got back to work. I was building away when I was interrupted by a bunch of cows. Yo, what's up, cows? How's it going? Oh, well, I suppose that's fair. What do you suggest? I promised the cows I'd see what I could do and went to meet with the chickens. Hey, chickens! How do you feel about being in the latest Beast Burger experience? You'll be super famous, guys, I promise. Clearly, I needed a way to settle this debate. And what better way to do it than another challenge? The circle. I built an elevated circle and had the chickens and cows gather inside it. As time goes on, the circle is going to go smaller and smaller. And if any of them fall out or step out of the line, they're done. The winner will be the last standing, and as a prize, will be taken off the menu. Good luck, guys. Hang in there. Day 6 started with me checking on Brad. Morning, Brad. How's the weather down there? Awesome, man. Good to hear. Good luck, dude. I got back to work forging as many iron weapons as I could. I went around town
handing out as many of my wares for free to any villager who wanted them. Here you guys go. A gift from me to help keep you guys safe. Just don't forget to subscribe, okay? The villagers were stoked, and they showered me with subs. As the count grew, I could feel myself growing stronger. I have 10 hearts now. Yes. With each subscriber, I get one step closer to defeating that evil burger. I also noticed that I had something weird in my inventory. A seed? Huh. I decided to plant the seed, gave it water, and waited. It was a tree. Okay, but wait a second. What's that? Is that money? What? It is. I have a money tree now. Well, you all wondered how I got it from, so here it is. I harvested the money. This will definitely come in handy. I was about to start working on my next challenge when all of a sudden, Chris spawned in. Yo, what's up, Chris? We're trying to get all our subscribers back and defeat a giant burger monster. You missed out on a lot. I'm trying to come up with a new challenge to help boost our popularity. Any ideas? Chris, you're a genius. We get 2 mobs, one from a hot climate, one from a cold climate, and we have them both see who can last the longest in the other's biome. It's a genius idea. I took Chris back to the restaurant and built a little shed for him to sleep in. Get some rest, buddy. Tomorrow's gonna be huge. On the morning of day 7, Chris and I got to work building our next challenge. This one was gonna be tough, as we needed to fit 2 biomes, a lava biome and an ice biome, into one confined room. I didn't want any lava leaking out and wrecking the town. Not after I'd spent all that time rebuilding it. We got the rooms ready. I was interrupted by a noise outside. I ran out to see what was going on and saw a snow golem arguing with a blaze. What were they doing here? I told them what I was building, and they'd be perfect for the challenge. If you guys can stay in each other's biome for a week, I'll give you guys both $50,000 in cash and declare a winner. Sound good? Both the snow golem and blaze agreed. Sweet. I still needed to finish that room though, and for that, I needed ice. I traveled a short way out of town to a nearby mountain. I began to gather as much as I could. This challenge is gonna rock. Suddenly, I realized I wasn't alone. A pack of snow wolves appeared. Hey guys, how's it going? The wolves weren't interested in what I had to say, and they attacked. Luckily, I had my magic pickaxe. I smacked the leader, and it turned into a statue. Yeah, you'll look great in my restaurant lobby, you wolf. Seeing this, the other wolves ran away. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Oh, they did. Sorry about your leader. I gathered the ice I'd harvest, and I made the travel back to town. I dropped the ice in the challenge room and decided to call it a day. Day 8 began with me and Chris digging for some lava. I didn't feel like heading to like an active volcano, so I figured this would do. We dug deeper and deeper into the earth. How far down does this thing go? It grew darker and darker until we weren't able to see. Luckily, we found a coal vein. I went back to the surface to gather some more wood. Time to make some torches. I placed down a crafting table and made some torches for me. I hopped my way back to where I was. Hey, Chris, got some light. Suddenly, there was rumbling. Uh-oh, what's going on now? The ground cracked and gave away. Just then, there was a roar, and the cave lit up with fire. You're not getting my friend, whatever you are. I peered into the gloom, and out in the darkness came a huge lava golem.
You have trespassed in my domain. Speak.
We're sorry we fell in your house, man. We were just looking for lava.
You dare come in here and steal my life source? You dare wield a weapon in my house? Wait a second. Hey, you're Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my god, no way. I'm a huge fan of yours, dude. I was literally just watching your stuff. I'm a proud subscriber, you know.
Oh, so you are. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, dude. No matter how giant and scary they might seem.
I'm sorry for scaring you. I don't get many people down here. I suck at social confrontation.
No, don't worry about it at all, dude.
You said you needed lava right here. Grab as much as you want.
Sweet. Well, thanks, lava golem. Here, take this. $10,000 in cash.
Oh my god, sweet. I'm rich.
The lava golem retreated back into his lair, leaving us with all the lava we could ever need. What can I say? My fans are the best. Chris and I managed to dig our way out of the cave and got back to the challenge room. It was just as much as a challenge setting it up. On day 9, I got up and went to meet the Blaze and Snow Golem. It was time for their challenge to begin. The Blaze went into the snow half. The Snow Golem went into the lava half. And I shut the door. Good luck, guys. It was also time to check back with the circle challenge. The cows and chickens were doing great. They were all standing one on top of the other. That's commitment. Still, this was a challenge after all. I shrank the circle. Oh, down they both go. Well, everyone is definitely out of the circle. But who was the last one? Guys, calm down. We can fix this. How about you both won? The animals were confused, but I explained to them that we can have both sandwiches on the menu anyway. That way I can give both of them a break. My genius was pretty apparent, and both mobs agreed to stop fighting. Suddenly, a villager appeared. He said that the next town was being destroyed by a giant beast burger. On day 10, we made it to the nearby town. Oh no, it's just like before. There was destruction everywhere. Panic in the streets, cats and villagers fleeing everywhere, and a giant evil burger monster standing in my way. Beast burger, turn and face me, you sesame-seeded coward.
Well, look who it is! The has-been!
Speak for yourself. You're gonna be yesterday's hash, burger beast. We fought. I hit him with my sword. A good hit, but he was faster than I thought for a hunk of meat.
Lucky hit, beast boy, but you're still no match for me!
Get back here, coward! I still wasn't strong enough to defeat him outright, but his day will come. Our epic battle can't be missed. I had a duty to my fellow villagers. Why don't you guys come back and live in my town? It's burger-proof, and if you subscribe, I'll enter you all into a drawing for $10,000 every month. They seem to believe me. As my sub count started to soar. I couldn't do anything without you. I led them back to my village and got them settled in, building them houses fit for a king. My town was really coming together. I decided to turn in for the night. Days 11 through 12 saw me surprising my villagers with something awesome. Trust me, guys, you won't see this coming. It's the world's first Mr. Beast coaster. I figured the town could use some fun after all the burger-related stress, and they seem to agree. But it wouldn't be me if I didn't try and raise the game a little bit. All right, villagers, I have built the most insane roller coaster for you. You guys can ride it, but the last one that gets off will win $10,000. The villagers are stoked, so I set them off on the ride of the Mr. Beast coaster. I'll check in on them later on the day. But for now, let's see how Brad's holding up underground. Hey, Brad, can you hear me? All right, Brad. Nice checking in. I brought some burgers, dude. I sent them down the tube. I trust Brad will be fine. Back at the roller coaster, I found everyone lying on the floor. Guess they couldn't conquer the challenge. I'm a good sport, though, and handed them all some money. Good job, guys. Days 13 to 15 arrived, and I was ready to open up the hot versus cold biome challenge. I broke open the door and peeked inside. Oh, hey, are you guys okay? It took some doing, but I was able to chip the blaze free and drag them both outside. Sorry about that, dude. Here. I built him a new body out of snow from the room and left the blaze in the shining sun to thaw. It seems you both have found a newfound respect for each other's bones, right? You both agreed and made up. I hope they stay friends for life. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Awesome. On days 16 to 18, I saw my second friend Chandler spawn in. Hey, what's up, Chandler? Don't sweat the small stuff, all right? We got some sweet challenges to pull off. A private island. There ought to be tons of mobs there that I can get to subscribe to my channel. I spent the next few days getting ready, grilling burgers and chicken sandwiches, collecting sand to turn them into glass to carry all the water we needed, and making sure to check my town defenses. I didn't feel comfortable just leaving them alone, so I traveled back underground and got my good friend Lava Golem to work for me. Please, keep the town safe till I get back, all right? If you do, Beast Burgers for life. The Lava Golem agreed to look after my village. Thanks, man. With everything set, I packed my stuff and set out, heading west towards the ocean. I reached the beach on days 19 to 21. The island I was looking for was several miles offshore. Now, all I needed to do was build a humble boat. Nothing fancy. I can be modest when I need to be. I got to work and whipped up a yacht. I'd only been at sea for a few hours when something bumped into the bottom of my boat. Whoa. Sorry, Salmon. Is everything okay? That's awful. Can I help? I can't say no to those. It was too good of an offer to pass up. He tossed me a potion of water breathing. Here goes nothing. Hopefully I won't regret this decision. A few feet down and I could see the wreck. It was full of sharks. Was I crazy? I snuck around the sharks as best as I could, sticking to the shadows and trying not to be seen. I made it inside the wreck. Where are those eggs? Aha! Found them. Eggs safely in my hand. I began to make my way back to the surface, and I was able to return the egg to the salmon, who thanked me and subscribed. You're welcome, buddy. On days 22 to 24, I made it on the island. I got to work building my camp, which was to be my home for the next week. As I was putting the finishing touches to my base, I saw a lobster watching me from a nearby hill. Hey, what's up, lobster? You want to subscribe to me? You can have the chance to win some sweet, sweet money. It was a turtle. Oh, hey, dude. I didn't see you there. Perfect. You're just in time for the first challenge, the coconut challenge. I dug a hole in the sand and tasked the turtle to find and drop a coconut in the hole. Last one to do so loses. Just then, the lobster reappeared. Of course you can, lobster. Quick, go find a coconut. The two teams were off. The lobster possessed the slight tactical advantage of being able to walk on land. Lobster wins. Guys, settle down. Look, tomorrow's challenge will be even better. They both agreed to come back. I guess I'm gonna have to be more mindful of the creature's different traits. Every challenge needs to be fair after all. Days 25 to 28 were spectacular. The weather was perfect. The skies were clear, and I had a whole new challenge for Team Lobster and Team Turtle. Which team is your favorite? Comment below. I gathered the teams on the beach and laid out the second challenge. Extreme hide and seek. I'm a bit of a hide and seek master, so if you guys can evade me finding you for the next 48 hours, you win another 10 grand on top of whatever you've already won. How does that sound? Everyone agree this is much more fair. Okay, teams. Ready, set, go. I counted to 100. The turtle I was fairly confident I would find, but the lobster might prove difficult. I decided to hit the water first and swam around the entire island, careful to keep an eye out for any jellyfish. Aha! There's the turtle. You couldn't fool me. With one found, I was fairly confident I could find the lobster, but I couldn't find him actually. I yelled all over the island, even offering them double to come out, but no luck. As night fell, I settled in, hoping to find him in the morning. Days 29 to 32 saw me deep in the jungle that spanned the private island. By this point, I was getting pretty worried. Where was this lobster? I was about to head back to the camp when I heard something. It was coming from what looked like a narrow cave. Hold on, little buddy. I made my way carefully into the slippery cave and found my friend. Here you go, dude. Have an impossible beast burger. It'll heal you right up. I picked up the lobster and was about to leave when I noticed something. Is that a temple? It was. An ancient ice temple. I couldn't resist trying the door, but of course, it was locked. Well, I know what we're up to tomorrow. Let's get you back to base, little guy. I took the lobster back to the base and met up with the turtle, filling him in on the day's discovery. The turtle wasn't too thrilled to mess with ancient secrets, but agreed to let me have a look in exchange for an impossible beast burger and $10,000. I turned in, excited for what tomorrow would bring. I was up at the crack of dawn on days 33 to 35. Both the lobster and the turtle brought me their keys, and I spent the first day over a hot forge, melting them together. After all that hard work, the ocean key was in my hand. What better way to end a private island challenge than by cracking open some ancient secrets? Key in my hand, I made my way back to the temple. I hope this works. It's open.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Oh, wow. Who are you?
I am the ancient spirit of this island, bound in icy chains for a millennia. If ever I was released, I would bring doom and despair to this planet.
Oh, boy. Well, we can't have that, so here you go. An official Mr. Beast t-shirt. This will keep you warm in those icy chains, skeleton guy.
Well, you know, it is quite comfy. It's just 100% cotton.
Only the best merch for my fans, dude. Come on, of course.
Yeah, good stitching too. Do you mind if I snag another one? I've got some demon minions in here that just love your content.
Only if you guys all agree to subscribe. Awesome. If I'd known my merch could stop any apocalypse, I would have built more stores. I wrapped up my private island challenge on days 36 to 38 after building my friends a permanent merch store to keep the demon at bay. Who said being a YouTuber wasn't eventful? I thanked them for participating with me and wished them luck. All right, see you guys, and thanks for the subs. As I checked my sub counter, I'd realized I'd crossed another milestone. My pickaxe began to vibrate. In a flash of the light, it upgraded itself. Wow, now it makes gold. I was careful to stow it in my inventory and made my way down to my boat. I bid goodbye to the island and made the long journey home. Days 39 to 41 saw me finally returning home. I turned my Beast Burger restaurant into a full-on Beast Burger factory. Sick. Now no one has to go without my top quality products. I reunited with Chris and Chandler. Hey guys, you miss me yet? You wouldn't believe the subs I got. I don't trust it though. We better make sure all of our defenses are in order. Plus, I have a build that's gonna signal to the entire world that Mr. Beast is back. I had the boys patrol the perimeter while I went looking for some wool. There were some sheep right outside town who looked promising, so I offered to build them their own field in our town, which they could help themselves in exchange for their wool. They agreed and followed me back, where I began dyeing their wool blue and pink for my next build. I was gonna create the biggest Mr. Beast logo the world had ever seen. I was hoping to be done by days 42 to 44, but unfortunately, that's when our old foe decided to show its perfectly seasoned face back.
About time you got back. Heard you were swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, and I got all of them subbed, thank you. What do you want?
I've come to offer you a little challenge. I heard you like those, Beast Boy.
All right, a challenge? Bring it on then.
If you and your cronies can survive 5 days at the top of a mountain, I'll leave you alone forever. Pinky swear.
I never back down from a challenge. You're on, man. With his quest accepted, the Burger Beast left. I didn't fully trust him, but I figured it was a shot, so why not? Plus, there are bound to be even more subscribers up there. I gathered the boys, and we loaded up with some water, food, and gear. How hard can this be after all, right? On days 45 to 47, we traveled until we reached the base of the mountain. Jeez, it's huge. The path at the top would take a whole day, crisscrossing a bunch of treacherous paths and slippery ice climbs. One false move, and one of us would plummet to the bottom in a heartbeat. I led the way, picking my way carefully up this dangerous mountainside. Halfway up the mountain, we came across a suspension bridge. I don't know about this, guys. Chandler decided to go first. Thanks, dude. He was halfway across when he slipped on some ice and dropped his inventory. Great. There goes our food and water. At least you're okay, man. Luckily, the rest of the trail was bridge-free, and we made it to base camp. I used our remaining supplies to build a few small shelters for us to rest in. Hey, this isn't so bad. Still, we needed to figure out our food situation fast. Chandler, what are you doing? Are you on the phone? How's the pizza gonna make it up here, man? Even with the pizza on its way, I was still worried about our food and water situation. Guess that's a tomorrow problem. We woke up on days 48 to 50 to clear skies. Glad we survived that storm. There was no time for sightseeing though. We decided to split up and see what we can find. I struck out from base camp, hoping to find something. Anything that could help us. I hadn't made it a mile before I saw something. What is that? It's a penguin. But what's it running from? A polar bear? That's not good. I ran to the penguin's defense. Get back here, you bully. Leave this little guy alone. I attacked the polar bear, and it was a fierce battle but short.
Thanks, my guy! That bear was being a total jerk.
Hey, no problem, Penguin. Why was he attacking you anyway?
Some mobs are just haters, man. What can I say? I was just trying to enjoy some hot spring action and he chased me.
Hot Springs? That sounds exactly what I'm looking for. Can you take me there?
Sure, man. Now that bully's gone, we could go party all day, dude.
The Penguin ended up being a really cool guy. We hung out in the hot spring all day. I probably should have found my friends, but I figured they could do some hard work for a change. Besides, they found me eventually. Sup, guys? Find any food? They had a few old frozen potatoes, sure, but it was good enough to eat. We warmed them up in the hot springs and settled in for what seemed like the easiest challenge yet. Hey, I'll take that easy W whenever I can. On days 51 to 53, it was time we headed back down the mountain. I wanted to thank my new penguin bro, so I planted money trees around the spring farm. Now you can chill here for as long as you want, dude.
My guy, you're the best, Mr. Beast.
The penguin promised he'd get his whole extended family subscribed. What a guy. I'll never forget that little penguin friend. I hope he's still partying like a legend. We packed up our camp and made the long journey back down the mountain. We were about halfway back when we saw a villager frozen, completely solid. I couldn't let the poor guy suffer, especially not someone this committed to quality customer service. I thanked the villager for the info and pie and set off back down the mountain as fast as I could. Days 54 to 56 saw us running to get back to our base. Come on, guys, just a little farther. Wait, what's that smell? It smells, awful. It was coming from a huge factory. It was pumping out creepers like crazy. Wait a second, is that a mob farm? Oh, I know who's behind this. Burger Beast, show yourself.
Welcome back, loser. Enjoy your vacation.
I knew I couldn't trust you. This has to end.
With my army of mobs, your subscribers won't matter if I blow them sky high.
You know what? I'm tired of fighting. It's time we raise the stakes. I challenge you, Beast Burger.
Name your challenge. There's nothing a talking burger can't do.
Ever heard of a little thing called Squid Games? Team versus team. Winner leaves forever.
Easy. I accept. Prepare to be humiliated.
My challenge accepted. It was time to get to work. Finally, on days 57 to 59, we set up and began our first of many grueling challenges.
Begin your foolish squid game. My world conquest awaits.
Before the game began, I wanted to hype up my team, so I gave them all bonus incentive. If no one gets caught in a red light, the whole team walks away with $50,000 in cash each. This total did the trick. My squids were pumped.
Listen to your overlord, squidlings. Win and live. Lose and die. The burger commands it.
Okay then, here are the rules. We have two teams of squids, mine and yours. Our first game is red light, green light. If any squid is caught moving on a red light, they're out. First one at the statue over there wins. The game began. It was close, with a few near misses for my team. But by the halfway point, it was clear that my cash prize was an amazing confidence boost, and my team clinched the deal. How's that taste, Beast Burger?
That game is lame. Get on with the next challenge.
We spent days 60 to 62 building the next challenge and getting everyone ready. This one was a classic, the honeycomb build challenge. Okay, squids, listen up. This challenge is a fun one. In just a few minutes, we'll reveal one of the three shapes to each of the two teams. There's a triangle, a circle, and an umbrella. Whatever shape you get, you have to build using the blocks provided. First team to finish wins. Okay, my team, what shape do we have? It was an umbrella. Oh man, it's the hardest one to make. Don't worry, guys, we got this. To make matters worse, team 2 got the circle.
Ha! An easy victory. Surrender and die.
All right, don't listen to them, guys. We got this, okay? And time. Okay, that was so close. Let's check to see what we got. Team 1. That is a beautiful umbrella. Perfectly done. And for team 2, it's not really a circle.
What do you mean? It clearly is.
I don't know, man. Aren't circles round?
But it's Minecraft. There aren't any curved lines.
I didn't make the engine, man. Only the rules. And by those, team 1 wins again. On days 63 to 65, I was ready to take that overgrown roll down.
2 chairs? Is this it?
Yup. In round 3, the rules are simple. Extreme musical chairs. Me versus you. Winner takes all.
I shall enjoy crushing you, puny flesh bag.
Bring it on, dude. Chandler took the second chair away. Start the music, Chris. This was it. The music started. Jeez, he was so fast. Don't sweat it, Mr. Beast. Think of the villagers, the subs. You got this. I won!
No! Musical chairs? My greatest weakness!
And that's game, set, and match, Burger. Which means get out of here.
You will regret this, Mr. Beast.
Remember the deal. Shut down your mob factory and don't come back. With the Burger Beast gone, the squids from both teams cheered. Hey, no worries, guys. Thanks so much for playing. Don't forget to subscribe to me for a chance to win $50,000 in the next week. That's more like it. I'm at 15 hearts now. Wait, my pickaxe is changing again. It transformed into a diamond pickaxe. Now anything I hit is going to turn into diamonds. I think it's time for an upgrade. Days 66 to 68 were used to radically upgrade my town for the better. I tricked it out, reinforcing walls and adding a ton of riches to my already amazing town. The villagers were impressed too, especially after I reforged a bunch of diamond weapons and armor to equip with them. No one can mess with us now. I knew that even though he'd left, Burger Beast would never truly be defeated until I put him into the ground for good. That night, I looked up at the stars, wondering where my next subscribers could come from. That's when I remembered my dream. There's the moon. But how will I even get there? I needed something explosive. Very explosive. Hopefully I won't blow up, but this guy sounds awesome. I'll check him out. Thanks, dude. I spent the night drawing up plans for my rocket ship. The build would be tricky, but I was confident I can pull it off. On days 69 to 73, I was on the hunt for my gunpowder guy. How hard could it be to find him? I was in the desert, but I didn't hear any explosions. Whoa, did you see that? That had to be my guy. I hope he survived that. I finally found what looked like a mad scientist lab. Is that a Yeti? On a pile of TNT? Hey, no need to do that, man. It's me, Mr. Beast. The TNT went off and the Yeti went flying. Oh my gosh, he hit the atmosphere. Where did he go? I told the scientist what I was up to. Of course, I listened carefully. So the gunpowder guy asked me to find his backup detonator. He said he dropped it in this cave. I wonder why he can't do it. Oh my, the whole cave is full of TNT. I had to be super careful here. If I so much as brushed one of the TNT crates, the whole cave would go off. I cautiously picked my way through the cave, holding my breath every time I had to pass by one of those crates. Easy, careful. Too close. Eventually, I found what I was looking for. The detonator. Score. Time to get out of... Oh no. A lit fuse. Go, go, go. Barely made it out before the cave exploded behind me. The whole cave is gone. At least my challenges never get that dangerous. With the detonator in my hand, I made my way back to the gunpowder guy. Dude, you almost got me killed. I was a little nervous trusting this guy, but if I was to make it to the moon and get those moon-based subs, I had little choice but to offer him a place back to my base. I helped him pack up his equipment and away we went. Moon, here I come. Days 78 to 80 went by in a blur of activity as we started to build our rocket ship. We needed everything. Iron, diamond, gold, wood, sand, literally everything. So I went around and paid the entire village to help out. We started a massive mine right under the village and were able to put thousands and tons of minerals out every day. We worked day and night, and slowly, the rocket ship began to take shape. On days 81 to 83, we were almost ready. Just a few more finishing touches, and I'd hoped it'd fly soon. Wait, what was that? It was a huge creeper attacking our rocket. If that blows, it'll take the whole ship with it. I grabbed my sword and armor and ran towards it. No, I'm gonna be too late. Chandler, wait, no! Chandler forced the giant creeper back, but there was no way he could get away in time. It exploded, taking Chandler with it. Chandler, where are you? I searched everywhere, but I couldn't find him. My rocket was safe, but I'd lose a dear, dear friend. I named my rocket the Chandler in honor of his everlasting memory. This is for you, buddy. Tomorrow, the moon. On days 84 to 86, we were ready to blast off. Everything was checked and ready to go. The TNT was primed, the Chandler was ready to fly, and all I had to do was get in and cross my fingers. A huge crowd gathered to witness this historic, never-before-seen Minecraft event. Fellow villagers, I'll keep this short. Today, we make history and send a YouTuber to the moon. In the event of a catastrophic explosion, I dedicate all my subs, cash, and magic items to the town. Now, wish me luck. I'm going to need it. Okay, guys, light the fuse. 3, 2, 1, blast off. I was off to space. I was actually pretty nervous. I was going to be the first YouTuber on the moon, but I knew that I had to do it. I landed on the moon. Well, that was easy. I claimed the moon in the name of Fozo. I mean, Mr. Beast. Both are correct. I decided to build a small base for myself. I planted some vegetables to keep my oxygen supplies up. I was stoked to explore the moon tomorrow. I spent days 87 to 89 putting some finishing touches on my moon base. A few more crops, a few more grills, and I should be done. Still, I was eager to explore this strange new world. Hang on. Oh, shoot. The buried alive guy. Brad. I totally forgot about him. I'm sure he's okay. I'm not gonna lie. The moon was a little disappointing. I made my way back to my base, trying to plan my next move, when I noticed it had been wrecked. Who could have done this? All my vegetables, my beast burgers? Alien life does exist. I just wish it hadn't eaten up all my stuff. I spent the rest of the time reinforcing my base and keeping an eye out on the horizon. Whatever was out there would certainly be back. On days 90 to 92, I was sweating. I don't like to admit when I get scared, but the idea of some faceless moon monsters watching me from afar was a little freaky, not gonna lie. I dug up some dirt from the surface and was about to build up a perimeter when something sharp flew out of nowhere and hit me. Was that an arrow? In space? How? I looked around but couldn't couldn't see anything. Come out, you coward. Let me see you. I was about to equip my weapons when I started passing out. Oh, no. I've been poisoned. I tried to make my way back to my rocket, but the poison overtook me. When I came to, I was surrounded by moon men.
Silence, Earthling! You stand before the Moon King. We have been watching you since you arrived, and we demand to know why you've come to bother us!
I'm sorry if I upset you guys, all right? My name's Mr. Beast, and I'm on a quest for subscribers.
Mr. Beast, subscribers, you speak in riddles. What need to do we, the Moon Men, have you, Mr. Beast?
I don't even know what that meant, but I'm pretty well known for handing out a ton of prizes in cash. Here, have $10,000.
Earth paper has no power on the moon. We only trade in moon bucks.
All right, well, there has to be something I could do for you then. I'm pretty good at challenges.
A challenge, huh? Very well, Earthling. A challenge you shall have. We have recently been attacked by a savage beast. Where it came from cannot tell the Moon Men. All we know is that it has been wrecking our moon base and scaring our moon maidens. Take care of that. Consider subscribing. We will.
Sure, I could totally take care of that. Where's it at? I'll be back in no time. The Moon King gave me a map to the beast's lair and wished me luck. I tracked the beast on days 93 to 95, following the map the Moon King had given me. You know, it's really peaceful up here. This would be a perfect place for a merch store. After a long spacewalk across the featureless face of the moon, I came across the beast's lair. It was a massive crater. I can see a cave at the bottom of it. That must be where it's hiding. I cautiously made my way down the crater and entered the cave. Be brave, Mr. Beast. The cave stank and was super dark. I couldn't see. Suddenly there was movement in the cave, and the beast appeared. Wait, it's a familiar looking Yeti. Yo, you made it to the moon, man. The Yeti attacked. Take that and that. My sword was doing damage, but the Yeti hit too hard. I needed to end this quickly. Magic pickaxe. Let's go. It worked. The Yeti turned into a diamond statue. I grabbed the statue. Thanks, low gravity. And I made my way back to the Moon Men's town. I returned on days 96 to 98 to the Moon Men cheering me. No problem, guys. My pleasure. Just another beast slain by Mr. Beast.
Well, Earthling, it seems we have underestimated you. Thank you for bravery. Subscribe, we will. Definitely such a noble individual.
My sub counter went through the roof. I've done it. I can feel my old strength returning. Look at my hearts. A full 20. The beast is back. And my pickaxe was at full strength too. It turned anything it touched into netherite. Yes. I thank the Moon King for their help by building them a super awesome merch store. Enjoy, guys. All in all, this was a successful first contact with an alien species. Still though, I knew in the back of my mind that I had one last score to settle. Hope I don't crash. On day 99, I crashed, but I was unharmed. Luckily, I didn't hit my town. But wait a second, is that smoke? It is. It's coming from my castle. This was the last straw. I've given that no good burger enough chances. It was time to end this. I made my way back down to my base, wielding my magic pickaxe. Where is this fool? It's time to grill this burger. We need to defend our base. Next time he shows, I'll end this. Now that I was there, this would be over quickly. I needed to forge an ultimate weapon, something to take care of this monster. My magic pickaxe turned anything it touched into netherite. This gave me an idea. I took the netherite and forged the ultimate burger slaying weapon, a netherite spatula. This is it. On the dawn of day 100, I saw him, the Burger Beast. He was leading the new attack. I ran outside and confronted him. Burger Beast, this is the end for you. I have all my subs behind me, and with all the fans like those, there's no way you'll defeat me.
Pathetic. Those numbers would make PewDiePie laugh. I can make as many mobs as I want. What can you possibly do to stop me?
The burger attacked with his army, but I stood firm. All my adventures, all my friends made and lost, all my subscribers and accomplishments. I could feel them coursing through my veins. I raised my netherite spatula and leapt into the battle. The spatula cleaved through mobs like butter. It's just me and you, Burger Beast. I've waited a long time for this moment. Our last challenge. A duel to the death.
You fool! Let this be my final victory!
We clashed. The battle could be heard for miles around. The burger was relentless, each hit knocking chunks off my health. I couldn't just hit it back. I had to get smart. I summoned all my strength. I hit the Burger Beast onto his back. Critical hit. Get flipped, flop.
No! Mr. Beast! Forgive me!
Seeing their leader defeated, the mobs retreated into the wilds. A full 100 days of wacky challenges and friendships. I went to the moon, slept on a mountain, buried a dude alive. Oh my gosh, Brad. On day 1, I was overlooking Minecraft's biggest city with my rich dad.
Owning this city has finally made me a trillionaire. But now it's time I pass down the torch and give it all to you.
Really? I was brought to my father's vault, and when it opened, I saw nothing but riches. Whoa! I'm a trillionaire now! But then I heard the sound of a helicopter before an explosion rocked the entire room, revealing a bunch of criminals.
The trillions are there. Take it all.
One of the men walked forward and knocked me down. Ah! And the rest began to swarm into the room and take everything we had.
No!
My father bravely ran up to defend against them when he was shot. Dad!
This money should have never belonged to this rich snob to begin with. It's time for someone else to take the reins of this city. Now, throw out the waste.
The boss signaled his men, and two of them came up and threw me out the window! Ah! Ah!
Please, leave me alone! Hand over the stupid purse, lady!
Watch out! Ah! I landed on a random robber, causing him to drop a purse.
Ouch! Oh, I'm gonna need some backup! You'll regret this! Oh, thank you so much, dear.
Thanks? Look, ma'am, I need help. Someone just killed my dad. They took everything.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on about, but here, have this for saving me.
$5? No, I don't need.
I'm too old for this.
Great. Now what? As I said this, the robber from before came back around the corner.
That's the idiot! Get him now!
Wait, no, stop, listen! But they didn't, and I ran away from them, heading through the city streets. I have to lose them. But unfortunately, I ran into a dead end. Stop at once. My dad was the owner of this city.
Yeah, was. Maybe if we turn you into Silvio, he'll fund us like those other criminals. And we can help him take this city down.
Silvio? What other criminals? They didn't answer and ran in to attack. But before they could,
I don't think so.
on day 3, the robbers stopped their attack.
Who does this guy think he is?
He didn't answer and instead threw a high-tech grenade right at them that caused the cage to appear and trap them. Whoa, what?
You, come with me quickly.
We ran while the robbers were trapped.
Hey, this is not over! Dang it.
Hey, who are you? Are you Silvio?
Do not say that name around here and keep quiet.
I did as he said and followed him out of the city into a nearby forest. There, he hit a secret lever to reveal a hidden entrance. Whoa. Inside was a run-down warehouse that had a planning table with a map of the entire city. Okay, look, why did you save me?
My name is Bear, and I was your father's former butler.
Really? But my dad, he's...
I know, and Silvio is the one who killed him. He stole all your money and is going to use it to bring pure chaos to this city.
Well, I have to take it back then, to honor my father's legacy and stop whatever he's planning for the city.
Good, because with your dad gone, it's now your responsibility to look over this city. But be warned, it's not going to be easy.
On day 4, we snuck our way through the city until being brought to an active robbery. Alarms were blaring as criminals ran out of the broken wall and got into their cars with bags of money.
This crime gang works for Silvio and has the share of your money they took from you.
So, if I follow them, I can get it back.
That's right, Fozo. Good luck. I'll be waiting for you back at the warehouse.
Bear left as I watched the criminals drive off.
Like taking candy from a baby!
Wait, how am I even gonna do this? I don't have anything.
Whoa, someone's looking to steal, huh?
Wait, what? I turned to see a mysterious man standing behind me. No?
It's all right. Don't lie. I've got you covered. I specialize in all kinds of heist gear. How much money you got?
I have $5.
You gotta be kidding me. Here, take this crowbar.
A crowbar? This is it?
Yeah, you're poor.
Great. I left the shop and followed the direction of the cars, just in time to see the criminals hopping the fence of an abandoned amusement park. This must be their hideout. This city needs some serious help. I saw the criminals bringing the bank money into a secured building inside. My money, it's gotta be in there. On day 5, I carefully snuck my way inside the building, using rooms as cover to dodge patrolling criminals. Okay, that was close. I better be...
What the?
There, in the room, was a criminal counting money.
Intruder!
Oh no! He wasted no time and ran in to attack with a knife. Ah! Wait, my crowbar! I pulled it out and hit him back, hitting him on the head. Ah, he's knocked out. That was close. Wait, is that a key card? It must be to the vault. And I'll be taking that. I think I have an idea. Good day. Good day to you.
Yeah, you too, pal?
Thanks, pal. It didn't take long for me to reach the room where their vault was located. Okay, here goes nothing. I quickly scan the card, opening the vault. Whoa, that's a lot of money. I collected it all and gained $5,000. Jackpot! But as I left the vault room, I was met with a room full of criminals. Yikes.
What do you think you're doing? State your name, boy.
My name is, Feezy.
He's a big fat liar! Feezy's been out sick for weeks!
You've gotta be kidding me! Without hesitation, they began shooting at me. Ah! I gotta get out of here. I barely made it outside of the building, stumbling back into the park.
Wait, Feezy? Is that you?
No, idiot! He's an intruder!
Gunshots then began to shoot at me from behind, and the exit was blocked. Oh no, where now? I ran until I saw a roller coaster. Welp, nowhere else to go but here. I pushed off and started racing through the coaster track as they continued to try and shoot me. Ah! Ah! But one of the criminals stepped forward with a rocket launcher. Oh, no, 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 no. With a loud explosion, the track broke, causing me to fall. Ah! Wait, I'm alive. Oh, thank goodness. I quickly swam to dry land as the smoke cleared. That was close, but I got the money, at least part of it. Just then, I heard a car door slam as Silvio arrived at the entrance to the park.
What a disaster.
Look, sir, I can explain.
But before he could finish his sentence, Silvio punched him to the ground.
I gave you a share of the trillionaire's money so you could do one job, be a distraction in this city, and you already failed me.
Please, Silvio, give me another...
He killed him, stood over the dead boss, and tossed the gun to one of his henchmen.
Burn it all to the ground. Leave no trace.
As he left, both of his men went around with flamethrowers, incinerating the entire park. This is awful. Oh my goodness. As they left, I saw that the criminal boss dropped a note. It was titled Silvio's 5 Crime Bosses. Who are they? With my money, I safely made it back to the warehouse, where Bear was waiting for me. I looked around at how dusty this place was, and now that we had some money, I think it's time for some upgrades. On day 8, with my wealth, I began to transform the warehouse into our new base of operations. We cleaned up the place, and the old map table had been replaced with a high-tech computer screen. I then took the time to build up Bear and I our very own rooms, and gave myself a new suit. The money life is nice. After that, I convinced the weapons salesman from earlier to move into the base as well.
Well, looks like you've gotten some money, huh? Let me show you something.
He showed me his display of extravagant items, each one more expensive than the last. But one thing caught my eye that I could afford. A diamond launcher? Sick! I purchased it immediately.
You have a good eye, boss. You find more money burning a hole in your pocket. Come to me and I'll set you right up.
I then went over to find Bear and mentioned the note I found in the park. Silvio's 5 crime bosses? Who are they?
They're the most dangerous crime bosses in this city. Silvio only recruits the best to work under him. He probably distributed your fortune among them to carry out his plans. And you took down the first one, the Park Bandits. The other 4 are the Ghoulish Fighters, the Modernized Pirates, the Mechanized Men, and the Possessed Sisters.
They must have the rest of my money. I need to find them and take it back. On days 9 to 10, I went into the city at night, looking for more leads on Silvio's 5 crime bosses. But the streets were basically deserted and run down. People were afraid to even look outside. Man, this needs to change. That's when I spotted a ghoul walking across the street with a briefcase and heading into a train station. Okay, that's kind of suspicious. I hopped onto the train as well and spied on him from my seat. And he was meeting with one of Silvio's men. Ha! Totally suspicious.
Keep that 50 grand safe, you hear me?
Yeah. Here's the info on the island. Silvio can get all the materials he needs there.
Materials? For what? The train stopped, and I followed behind the ghoul as he got off. He went directly to a strange gravesite outside the city and entered a secret entrance. I snuck in behind him, but as I did, I was struck on the back of the head. Ah! My vision began to fade as I saw a larger ghoul walking towards me.
I knew he'd follow you. Throw him in with the others.
On days 11 to 12, I was thrown into an area deep in a ravine. Ah, where in the world am I? Ghoulish creatures surrounded the area, cheering down from their seats.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
And above me, on a bridge, was their ghoulish fighter boss.
So, the former trillionaire really is trying to get his fortune back.
I'm not trying. I will.
Silvio is already 10 steps ahead of you. And by the time you realize that, this city will be beyond saving. Now, let's make this fight quick, shall we?
He signaled to the crowd as ghouls started to jump into the arena and charged at me. Oh no! I pulled out my new diamond launcher and began to fire at the fighters. Thankfully, I took out a few. And as the ghoulish boss left, I noticed that there was an exit. I fired another diamond at a ghoul, but missed. And this caused the diamond to fly out into the crowd.
Ooh, shiny. Hey, he shot it at me first. This is mine.
Hey, I think I have an idea. I started firing more diamonds wildly out, which caused all the ghouls to start fighting over them.
I never liked you to begin with.
Yikes! This started an all-out brawl between them, giving me an opening to escape. On days 13 to 14, I exited the tunnel, emerging into an open mining operations site. Various precious ores filled the mines and overloaded in their mine carts. They must be gathering resources for Silvio, but for what? Then I heard laughing coming from across the mine.
You actually made it out! Whatever. That's why there's always Plan B!
The ghoul boss leapt up to the top of the mines, where my money was. Hey, that doesn't belong to you.
What are you going to do about it, hmm?
He hit a switch that caused lava to begin pouring into the mines. That's not good. On days 15 to 16, I jumped onto a hanging platform, avoiding the lava, but it just kept filling the area. Great. Now what?
You really think that you have a chance to take back your money to thwart Silvio's plans? Make your father proud? You are a joke!
I had to act fast. coast and leapt onto another platform as the lava continued to rise. But the last platform was too high. Wait, the lever. Okay, trusty old launcher, don't let me down. I shot it at the lever, causing the last platform to fall and allowing me to jump out of the mines. I'm not a joke, and I will make my father proud. With that, I hit him with a diamond, sending him flying off the edge. I was then able to claim my money back. Because of this, I now had $50,000. Money. I keep getting closer and closer to becoming a trillionaire again. And more importantly, stopping Silvio's plans.
That runt thought he could get rid of me that easily? I better tell Silvio that kid is done for.
On days 17 to 18, I returned to base with my $50,000. With this increase in our funds, I looked even richer than before and spent even more money on fixing up the base. And I even laid a foundation for a new mansion on top. The start of a new empire. And the merchant also had a new item for me. Wait, a jetpack? Whoa!
Yeah, don't get too excited. Rich people, I swear.
Bear also came over and handed me a smartphone. Hey, what's this for?
With this, you can wire money directly to us as soon as you get it.
And I can ship you a new item within seconds.
Sweet! With that, I also visited the poor street I saw a few days ago. And using some of my money, I was able to hire workers that helped me clean up the place. It was now much safer, and its citizens started to walk around peacefully. Perfect! A cleaner, safer city. At least a part of it.
Your father would be so proud, Fozo.
I sure hope so. But Silvio's still planning something. Something that can destroy even places like this. We can't let him. Suddenly, I heard a loud explosion nearby. What the? Wait, was that a cannon? On days 19 to 21, I ran to the next street over, only to find a pair of pirates in business suits?
It was loaded! Yeah, that makes sense.
What are you guys doing? Wait, are you two modernized pirates?
Yes, but we didn't mean to fire that cannonball. Honest.
But you guys are bad, though, right?
That's rude. We were actually out here looking for you.
Me? Reluctantly and still confused, I followed them to the coast, where they showed me their company's building with a pirate ship on its top floor. So, literal business pirates, got it. Inside, pirates were conducting business as usual, filing paperwork and getting into some serious fights.
Seriously? Who left the stapler empty? That was you, peg leg!
Finally, I was brought to the captain in his quarter. I mean, office?
Just the trillionaire I've been dying to see.
Why? Don't you work for Silvio?
Yes, but we want to change that. And if you help us, we'll stage a mutiny on Silvio and give you back all your money.
On days 22 to 26, the captain led me onto the deck of the roof pirate ship. And there, I noticed that its sails were taken.
This is where you come in. Out there on the seas, a forbidden island has the sails of me dear ship. With them back in my hands, my company can sail the seven seas once again.
I glanced back and saw two pirates arguing over a printer.
When it runs out of ink, you have to fill it! I wouldn't have to fill it if you didn't use so much.
As you can see, city life isn't for us.
Yeah, I can see that. So, that's it? You just want to escape the business life?
Isn't that what we all want? That and Silvio's machine.
Huh? What machine?
I've said too much. Here, take this boat and fetch me sails.
The captain pointed to a small rowboat in the water. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I pulled out my trusty smartphone and wired money over for a yacht, and it was delivered instantly. Now this is more like it.
Blessed show off.
Hey, I'm rich. One more thing. How do I know I can trust a pirate's word?
It's the fun part. You never can.
On days 27 to 29, I sailed the seas in my luxurious yacht. Man, talk about awesome. I looked up and saw that I crashed right into the beach of the remote island. Great. Far off at the peak of it was the pirate's sail. Oh, perfect. I instantly activated my new jetpack and soared throughout the island. Woohoo! But as I went, I heard a cry for help. What is that? I was curious and followed the screams to a lab facility hidden on the island. Inside, I saw Silvio pushing an employee to the edge of the building.
Wait, no, Silvio, I promise!
But he didn't listen and pushed him over the edge, straight to his death.
What a joke. Listen up, everyone. My machine is nearly complete. Make no more mistakes, unless you want to end up like him.
His machine. I need to find out more. But before I could get any closer...
No, you won't.
I tried to spin around, but I was struck in the back of the head again. Oh, no. On days 30 to 32, I awoke in a room lined with screens and TVs. Hey, let me out of here!
What a persistent little cockroach.
The doors opened as Silvio walked in. Let me go!
No, I won't. But I also don't plan on killing you either.
Wait, you aren't?
You think you intimidate me, don't you? No, little rich boy has some money now. But you don't have what I do. Reason, purpose. So why kill you when I can make you watch as I destroy the entire city that your father built up in one blow?
Destroy it? How? Is that the machine you're making?
Oh, enjoy the show.
No, get back here! He left, locking me in the room all alone. This can't be happening. This can't! Then I heard a strange buzzing as a section of the ceiling fell into the room. One of Silvio's men then peeked from above.
Come with me if you want to live.
Wait, why are you helping me?
I joined Silvio's gang thinking I'd be treated as an equal, but I've begun to realize his true intentions. He's going to destroy everything.
Alarms began to blare throughout the entire complex. Oh no.
We don't have long. This way!
On days 33 to 35, I began sneaking throughout the facility, following the man's every move. So, what exactly is Silvio making? He shoved me into a room just as more henchmen came running down the hall.
Search every corner! He couldn't have gotten far!
No one knows. Only Silvio does. He gives the orders and these people just blindly follow. I can tell you more when we get outside.
Okay, fair enough. Finally, we found the exit at the end of a long hallway.
Stay close, and I'll let you get out of here alive.
He put back on his helmet to blend in and crossed each of the rooms, signaling me when the coast was clear. We were about to make it out when I saw a room labeled Silvio's office.
No, don't!
I didn't listen and broke open the door with my crowbar. Okay, I gotta be quick. There has to be something in here about the machine. I searched frantically through the office until I found a flash drive labeled Revenge. Sounds dark? Good enough for me. I grabbed it, but as I turned to leave, two henchmen blocked my path. The guards rushed into the office, shouting,
"Take him down!"
Oh no! In a panic, I activated my jetpack and flew above them.
What the?
They instantly began shooting as I tried to dodge their gunfire. Ah! The guy that was with me tackled down one of them as I shot the other with my diamond launcher. But I can't control this thing. Ah! I flew out of the facility and crashed onto the island's peak, landing right next to the pirate's sail. Okay, I probably shouldn't use that inside from now on.
You're lucky you made it out alive.
Yeah. but I grabbed the pirate's sail. Hey, thanks for helping me out back there.
Don't mention it. Now, let's go.
We boarded my yacht and returned back to the city to meet the business pirates.
Our precious, precious sails at last.
They were now able to put their ship into the water and hoist their sails. You know, you could have warned me that Silvio was there.
Hey, but you can never fully trust a pirate, can you? Here, take your reward.
He tossed me down a heavy pirate's chest that was full of gold. This alone made me a millionaire. Awesome.
Now, come on, lads. It's time we set sail again.
Yeah, and please, don't ever come back. On days 40 to 44, I made it back to base with Silvio's former henchman.
Are you crazy?
It's all right. He's a friend. I then got to work, transforming the underground portion of our base, making it even more rich. And my mansion got an upgrade too. Nothing shouts money like a money sign. With all of my new income, I was also able to hire security guards just to keep this place safe. Sweet. From there, I distributed some of my money to my friends so that they can get some of their own upgrades as well.
It would appear I have drip.
Yeah, drip. With that, I connected Silvio's USB to the main computer. Now, it's just a waiting game.
Marvelous, Fozo. Just marvelous.
Why do you say that?
It's just that you are so much like your father. He believed the rich should spread their wealth out and share it amongst everyone. Now, you've done that too.
Just then, I heard a window shatter from my mansion above. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, any rich people in there?
I ran up and out of the base to see a homeless man was throwing bricks through my house. Hey, what's the matter with you?
Oh, finally! I heard you were looking to take down Silvio. And good old Dusty here has some things you'll want to see.
On days 45 to 47, Dusty led me to a part of the city I'd never seen. The Dump District. The entire place was a whole neighborhood of cardboard and trash.
Get your cardboard boxes here. Good to sleep and to eat on.
This is horrible. People live like this?
This is the real world, brother. Some of us aren't so lucky as you.
Suddenly, an explosion caused one of the makeshift buildings to collapse. What the? Dusty and I rushed over to investigate and saw two mech goons in the rubble.
No! I meant that building! Whatever! Let's just take the scrap and go!
Those mechs, they're the mechanized men, one of the criminal gangs. But what are they doing?
This is why I brought you here. Those large people made of metal came out of nowhere and started ravaging our home, taking all the scraps they can.
But what could they be doing with it? We both followed the mechs out of the city to find a large incinerator.
Looks like you found the answer to your question.
On days 48 to 52, I watched as the mechs were dumping scrap into the main conveyor belt that fed the entire incinerator. Wait, why burn all of their stuff? It's just junk.
Hey, watch it!
Oh, sorry. Then I noticed at the center of it was a button. That's gotta be the switch to turn this all off.
Perfect! Then go stop it!
Wait, what? You're not gonna help? Seriously? Okay. I began to sneak closer to the button and started to realize just how many mechs there were. Oh no. What should I do? They'll for sure catch me. Then I remembered my phone. I called the merchant back at my base. Hello?
Hey, Fozo! I got something back in stock that you'll love!
Dude, quiet down! But it was too late. One of the mechs spotted me.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Uh-oh! Instantly, I was shoved into the conveyor belt from behind.
Utilizing all resources for Silvio! Burn him in fire!
Okay, that's just dark! The conveyor was bringing me closer and closer to the incinerator when the merchant's care package landed in. Folding up from it was a full-on diamond mech suit. Oh yeah, now we're talking. I jumped in the suit and deflected some of the mech's attacks. As I leapt towards the button, I hit it, successfully shutting down the machine. Yes, that was awesome. But in my celebration, I didn't see the mechs charging in, who pushed me right in the center of the incinerator. Ah! Ah! Wait, I'm alive! Oh, thank goodness!
Who's this guy?
I looked around at my new surroundings and saw a factory full of more mechs.
Eliminate him now!
Oh, come on! Oh no, what do I do now? It was then I heard an AI voice coming from my mech suit.
High levels of stress detected. I would suggest getting some fresh air.
What? You're seriously misreading the situation?
How about option 2? Activate stealth mode to avoid social confrontation.
Those are the only 2 options? Okay, yeah, option 2. As I ran around a corner, the suit camouflaged me against the wall.
He must have went this way!
Nice one. Now, to see what these mechanized men are really up to. I quietly navigated the factory, using my new ability to avoid patrolling mechs, until I reached their control room. There were screens everywhere, displaying information about the scrap and resources they were collecting. Wait a minute, they're building up giant walls? But for what? I looked around and found a strange note on the table.
Good work, my mechanized men. Keep building up these walls, and soon, when it's time, they will enclose the entire city, and all those people will have no way to escape.
Soon? Oh no, I gotta get out of here. But where's my money? On days 57 to 59, I entered the factory's core room, and there I saw a massive machine that was constantly producing more mechs. I need to stop this thing. Looking around, I noticed a master computer above the machine. But as I saw it,
Red alert! Red alert! The intruder has made it into the core room!
all of the newly forged mechs turned towards me and began to sprint. Ah! I quickly ran around to the computer. Wait, I don't even know how to work this thing.
Overwrite in progress.
The arm of my suit shot out into the computer as the mechs began to close in, but their programming was overwritten just in time.
Kill intruder! What? Why were we about to kill an innocent person? I'm sorry. We don't know what came over us. Would a hug make you feel better?
A hug? Nope. Thanks for asking, though. Now that I was safe, I exited my mech suit and finally spotted the passageway to the vault. There's my money. I began to run down the hall until I was suddenly hit from behind. Ah, what the? As I turned, I saw that there was Dusty wielding one of the mech's weapons.
Sorry, pal. It's nothing personal.
On days 60 to 63, Dusty angrily ran forward, continuing to fire at me. Ah! Whoa! What are you doing? I'm trying to help you!
No! All you trillionaires just enjoy your life in luxury, while my people have to sit in filth without a single cent. So, I'm gonna take that money and use it to give them the life they deserve.
But I want to help.
Lies!
He just kept attacking, so I had to fight back, using my diamond launcher as I tried to fly around with my jetpack.
I didn't want to do this, but it's the only choice!
He hit me head on with a blast that knocked me down to the floor. Ah!
If Silvio's plan succeeds, my people on the streets will be the first ones gone!
I promise I won't let that happen.
How can I trust you?
We are on the same side. It's time everyone in the city benefits from the money together. Just please let me show you that. Dusty put the weapon away and began to walk away. Hey, where are you going?
You seem to understand, to care. You may just be the trillionaire this city needs.
Wow. That was dramatic. With him gone, I could collect the mechanized men's money, becoming a billionaire. Score. And I think I know just what to do with this. On days 64 to 68, I went back to the dump district and used my new money to transform it into a rich neighborhood. I upgraded their cardboard homes and replaced them with very rich materials. And the reprogrammed mechs were there too, helping the entire town out.
Man, this guy is a great hugger.
Thank you, random citizen.
I'm glad they're getting along.
Oh, yeah, sure. Now we're homeless with style, all thanks to you. But please, do whatever you can to stop Silvio. Word has spread that he plans to destroy everything.
Yeah, I'll try. After I made it safely back to base, I constructed the final level of my mansion. Sweet, this thing looks sick. Now, our exterior is shouting rich, as well as the inside, which was filled with high-tech equipment and resources. I heard Bear call out to me.
It's ready!
Ready? The flash drive. On days 69 to 73, I followed a beeping noise into the map room, where there was Silvio's flash drive, and it was finished downloading. All right, here goes nothing.
I didn't want to do this, you know. I didn't want to kill the very person I grew up so close to. This city, it should have been mine from the start. But now, it's too late, and my plans are complete. The walls will soon drop, and when I activate my machine, the ground will shake, and the entire city will collapse. No one will escape.
The ground will shake?
That machine he's talking about? It's an earthquake machine. If it's activated, everything you and your father built will be destroyed.
Wait, Silvio said he grew up close to my father? What does that mean? Suddenly, the scanners throughout our base started to go off. Oh no, something's happening in the city. I rushed into the city's main street where civilians were running around chaotically and they were fleeing from Silvio's men. On days 74 to 77, I ran towards the chaos and watched as one of his men were hurting a citizen. No! I can't let this happen. I rushed up to face the henchman when a flamethrower burned me out of nowhere. Ah! Emerging from the smoke was none other than Silvio.
You just can't seem to quit. I gave you your chance to run, but now I'm gonna kill you, just like your father.
He unleashed another flamethrower attack as I dodged into the air. Whoa! Look, I know what you're planning, Silvio. You want to level the city? What's wrong with you?
You don't know any of it. This city was robbed from me and given to your stupid father.
Robbed from you?
He never told you, did he? I'm your uncle, kid.
Wait, you're my what?
I was the oldest brother in the family, but good old Pops gave all the family money to the youngest, your father. And if I can't have this city, then no one can. Now, take him out!
Huh? I spun around to see two weirdly glowing armored women.
With pleasure.
What the heck? One of the women rushed in and slashed at me. As she did, it teleported us all the way to another rooftop. Ow! Whoa! You guys have powers?
We are the possessed sisters, Silvio's #1 bodyguards.
You two are the last crime bosses. You have the rest of my money. The money that's funding all of this.
That money belongs to Silvio. And when he destroys the city,
He will build a new one over it, and everyone will look up to him.
They came in to attack again, but I fired my diamond launcher at one. Sadly, though, she instantly teleported away. Oh no, I gotta get out of here. But before I could do anything else, the other sister hit me again, teleporting me. I was now in a strange, shadowy floor of one of the city towers. Teleportation sucks. I think I'm gonna be sick. But then I saw a hoard of money in the room. The rest of my money. This must be their hideout.
No! This is your end.
On days 81 to 85, the possessed sisters pushed in as I tried to fight back with my diamond launcher, but it was still too slow. This clearly isn't working. Okay, that's better. Here goes nothing. I ran up and grabbed one of theirs, firing it quickly at a charging sister, and it actually hit her. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. I had never fired a gun before, which caused me to spray fire bullets wildly around the room. Oh no, everything's on fire. Stop him! But before the sisters could attack, the roof collapsed on top of them. Try teleporting out of that. I should probably grab the money and go. With that, I grabbed the remainder of my money, finally becoming a trillionaire again. I was richer than ever, and even my clothes transformed to reflect just that. Oh yeah. As I was prepared to leave though, there in the distance, I saw a machine on top of my dad's tower. One that looked big. On days 86 to 90, I flew back towards my dad's tower to see Silvio was there talking to his men.
With my naive nephew out of the picture, this city will be ours! Today began a new era for this wretched city. Today is finally my day to rule.
With that, Silvio pressed a button that caused massive mech walls to form up around the city, and the machine atop the tower began to charge up.
When my machine reaches its peak, it will crash down, and this city will be rubble. Then we will build the most powerful city in the world.
The ground began to shake as the machine charged. He's insane. How do I even stop him?
I may just have an answer for you, sir.
Bear!
Return home, Bozo. There's something you should see.
On days 91 to 94, I flew quickly back to my base, where I saw Bear had turned our warehouse into a luxurious shelter for the city's citizens. Nice thinking.
All in a day's work, sir. And it seems Silvio told you?
Yeah, he was my uncle. And he killed my father, his very own brother. I'm gonna stop him and do whatever it takes to save this town.
Well, good thing we have a few people here who are wanting to push back against Silvio too.
That's right! It's time to take back the city!
All right, everyone, let's end this. On days 95 to 99, the armed citizens and I marched towards my father's tower as more quakes shook the earth below.
Just like your father, always choosing to support the losing side.
I'm not scared of you anymore! Charge!
The civilians began firing on the henchmen with all the weapons I bought for them. Whoa! It was an all-out warfare in the city as I called in my mech suit to fight through the crowd. My attacks were pushing them back, but
the earthquake machine is at 90% charge.
No! I started to make my way towards the tower when a goon launched an RPG at me. Ah! Because of this, I was thrown out of my mech, and he was about to shoot me again. But
go on, Fozo. We can take it from here.
Thank goodness. That's when I saw Silvio running into my father's tower. Oh, no, you don't. On day 100, I flew up to the roof of the tower and was now at the foot of the machine. There, I saw the computer that was controlling all of this. I have to turn it off.
My stupid nephew. Still think you can defeat me?
I have to. For my dad. Silvio then quickly threw a grenade at my feet. Ah! I leapt away from the explosion, but as I looked, he was gone.
You got a lot to learn, kid.
I flew up in a burst of speed with my jetpack and launched a diamond at the ground, pushing Silvio back. With that, we began to fight, shooting at one another and hiding from each other's attacks. But the machine
100% complete.
All I have to do is click that button. You still think you're gonna stop me?
I will! Silvio shot as he ran for the button, and I shot my fire bullets. Sadly, though, he hit me, knocking me to the ground. No!
It's all over, kid.
Check again. He looked back and saw that I had completely fried the machine with my attack.
No! No!
I nearly flew into the air to escape the top of the tower as it exploded with the machine. Because of this, Silvio was gone, and my father's entire town could now live in peace.